Test, test. Just checking to see. I will be around. Good morning, good morning. Good afternoon. Just checking out the scene here. I did a few small trade options this morning on the SPY. And of course, as usual, I should have stayed a little longer, but I did. What the heck is that? Bye bye. Oh, bye bye. I did two puts and 2, 4, 5. I did two puts and one call. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, and I won all three. All right, it's a good way to start the day. How about you guys? How did you do today? Anybody do any trades today? I see there's a few of you in here right now. Come on, what did you do? Aha, you can't see me, but you can hear me. Well, I can change all that with the little flick of a switch. Switch. There you are. Now I see you guys. All right, here we are. Okay, good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. It's good to see Deck jumped in today. Actually, I took a little time off after the 3 trades, and I was waiting to see what Deck was going to do. Figured maybe I'd jump in with him. So I was expecting a package, and I had one to go out. So I got up, I looked, the package was already at my door. I missed the mailman. So I walked downstairs, I came back, that's when it all happened. So I missed that last trade. But that's the way it is. You know what? I don't have that fear of missing out or anything like that. You know what? You get a good one, you lose a good one. Anyway, so I started to keep up with what's going on here. Let's see. Here we go. Now I can see a little better. And you can see, as usual, I had my low target today at 373, but we never hit that. And there's your bottom. So really, I'm going to move that up a little bit. Let's see. Where will we move that to? We're not going to go there today anyway, but let's see. I didn't want to be right on the... I don't want to be right on the actual lower VWAP, so there'll be an extra line. So there's that one there, 373. Let's see. You know what? We could even make this one here 374. So we're going to move that up. We almost got close, I think this morning, but no cigars. Besides, I gave cigars up. Okay, and then my upper here, you can see the upper VWAP was 378.60. And we have hired today of, let me just check real quick because I'm not even sure, of 378.75, is that right? 378.75 and 373.11 on the low. So we got down there pretty good. If we go back a little bit, I just want to show you how we went up today. And I said, you know, I was going to do a put from the beginning and I didn't. And of course, I chickened out again and it went down. Came up a little and came back down. And you can see what happened is we went right in the beginning for the upper VWAP plot, came down for the lower VWAP plot. How many times have I told you, put those VWAP plots in there? It's very important. Here's your VWAP. These are your VWAP plots. Okay, and you can see how we went from the top to bottom. Okay, then we came back to the VWAP itself, and then we kind of got inside of this channel here, which has changed at this point. We were in like 374. Let's see, 374.50 up to 375, up even almost 376. And then what happened is we crossed over that VWAP. We got some strength over the 13 EMA, okay, and then eventually we got up to 377. Where we are now, 377.96. You can see there's my support, which is not correct there. Let's see, here we go. So here's my resistance at this time, 378. All right, and 25 cents, which I think is pretty right on, showing that we tried here and a few times in here. And then my support I have now at 377. All right, here's your, this blue line is your 13 EMA, and then here's your cloud. Some of you have the cloud because I gave it away. And let me just bring this all down. We leave it in the center. And now we have a good idea. Right now, you know, it's lunchtime. It's slow. The actual market today is looking green, except for Tesla. Pretty amazing. And we have today, right now, a high of $382.96. So almost $383 on the Dow. $48.47 and change on the NASDAQ, and 36 on the S&P, so we are strong. Some of the stocks that we're looking at are PCBX, KSPN, MOTS, and Mullen, M-U-L-N. Those are your tops. I see NVX here, did about 24%. So if we were to look at that, I don't think I have it up today, but I can bring it up here. Let me see, I'll put this here. And give me FinViz. I have a thing already made up for it, and then I can bring it right across. Okay, so if we look here at the FinViz, bring that in here, and you can see there it is, 367.45, and you can see we're pretty green today. So there's your S&P 500. All right, and I see Deck did do that SPX today, so he was. Oh, and just for any of you that are looking at stocks, if you go to finviz.com, here's your top 5 stocks right there, showing you what they've done already. Okay, these two might have been on top this morning. I don't know. I wasn't watching them. Like I said, I was doing a few eBay things and doing my own thing, and I did a few trades, so that was good for me. And there's Deck. I see just popped in. Hey, how you doing, Paulie? Paulie's pennies. So, what do we got going here today? Anybody get in at all? Either to Tesla? Boy, that was a good run on Tesla this morning. It did run up for a while there, and I guess then it pulled back. I'm not checking it. Let me just see something real quick. Here we go. I'm going to just bring that down, and where we go. So Tesla had a run this morning. It was a small run, outlived, but did not follow the SPY totally. It did drop down to about 199. So anybody who might have done a put on that this morning did well. I was looking at the different contracts, and I was listening to some guy in Kush's room. He said he was doing this contract. It was like what was he at? Like 270? I don't know. It was pretty high up there. I'm going, why is he trading this thing? The delta was like about 4 cents. It's like, just because you get a good price sometimes doesn't mean it's a good deal. So if you look at some of those contracts, I'm looking right now at 28 contracts. That's 28. That's the first one, which is this Friday. And for those of you, I will be here Friday morning, but I got a dentist appointment, I think Friday afternoon. I think it's at 2 o'clock. I'm going to check right this second. I always put all my doctor's appointments in my calendar on my phone, so I can be right. And it's the only day I got my car. And 28th, I have dentist, and that's at 2 o'clock. So I'll be here up to about maybe 1 o'clock. All right? And then the following Friday, I have a doctor's appointment. I will not be in that morning. So 2 Fridays. That's on I'll remind you guys. That's November 4th. And then November 17th, I'm going to go with my wife, I think, possibly. She's got an early appointment, so I don't know yet about that one. I really want to talk to this doctor myself. There's the SPY, just broke the resistance, anybody who's watching. And if you're looking at different contracts right now, I was looking at October 26th, which was Wednesday. And let me just see real quick which contracts I was looking at, because I don't remember. So I'm going to just do this for a second, and I'm going to go to the blue, which is my put. You can see up here, that was the 26th put. All right, don't worry about this. It's just, I'm not really worried about that right now, but that's just that happens to anybody. Just do this, he'll come right in. So there's your put. That's your put. It's a very cheap contract at $1.38. What is that now? That's a 372. Now I didn't change it, so 372. Just for curiosity, on October 26th, 372 was a cheap contract. The delta was still around 25. If I want to go up about 377 is 45. So we're already at 378. So what I'm going to do, you can watch the price in there right now, and I'm going to take the 377, okay, and I'm going to bring this up right now, and you watch the price to blue. Ready? There you go. You see it change, and there's your new contract. There's a 377, which is $3. But the reason I did that is because the delta is almost double, okay, and your theater is only less than 100, so $1. It's not a big deal. So here we go on this one. Let's just bring this up here. Okay, let's open this up a little bit. This is so if the price of the stock goes up, this will go down. If the price of the stock goes down, it goes just the opposite. So if the price is going up, then, let's see, it does the opposite. This should go down. But right now, 308, 307. Right now, it's still a little strong. I wouldn't even do this at this point. All right, so that takes care of that one. And the other one that I had was this one here, which is the call. And this call was a 377 call. So right now, I'm going to bump this up. Your delta on this one, I'm going to leave it about the same. Let's go to a 380. What am I looking at? 380. 380 is 286, so I'm going to send that. You can watch that. It'll change right now. Boom. Okay, so now I have a 386. Come on, what are you doing? You're supposed to separate. There you go. Okay, so now I have a 380. So it's pretty far out there because we're at 378.30. So, but the price of the contract's cheap, and the actual delta's around 44. So we're good. So I have that on that one and that on the other one. I'm going to go back to the actual SPY. It figures it won't be there. So I've got to do this. I got to talk to them. It is time to talk to them. At least I know what to do. Come on. Okay, and let's bring this down. You have to separate a little bit first, and then you can bring it down. Okay, and there is, boy, oh boy, where are we? There we go. Okay, let's separate a little more, bring it down a little further. So now remember we had our support at 377. I'm sure that we're a little higher, probably about 377.50. So what I'll do is I'll edit that and just put in 50 cents. Okay, that should bring that up a little bit. So there's your 377.50, and you were up to about what am I here? Edit. Here's 377. We're going to bring this to 50 also. There we go. Okay, and that brings that up a little bit. That'll give us our dollar channel. Let's bring it in the middle and make it a little bit larger. I like to make it larger so you can see it. Now you can see this morning I put in upper targets. My upper target then was higher, was 379. I'm going to leave it there. Because our upper VWAP is 378.77. There's a good chance if we hit this, we will hit my upper target, and usually I'm right about that. And my lower one is not important at this point because we're nowhere near that. I can see it on another one. I think I told you before. It's 378. Come on. Let's see. Why can't I see it? It should light up. 370. Edit. Oh, that's wrong. Okay, it won't open for me. Oh, that's the view up. Okay, the lower target I put, that's right, at 374. We're nowhere near that. Okay, a little nail bite and back. Here we are. Okay, look at the. I also have Tesla contract set right now. Tesla's at 206. I have a call at 210. That's a 510 contract on. And as you can see, if I go to, I have that in green. So my green one, here's my Tesla. Again, doesn't matter where the contract is. October 28th, that's Friday. There's a 190 put, and Tesla's at 6. So that's really far out there. So it's a cheap contract, okay? If I go back to Tesla for 1 second, all right, I can actually go in here for you. If I go here to Tesla, and let's go into Tesla. Let's look at the 190. That's Friday. So if you look at, I don't even know if it's in here. It's so low. 190. There it is. You see the problem? The delta is only at 15, so it's not really a good contract. So we're probably better off with at the 202. That would be the put. Let's even go for 200. So it's actually, let's send this, and that was to what color? Can't see it here. I'm going to guess that it's blue for the put, and then I'm going to say for my green, for my other one, let's see if I did it right. I did. So there's the 200. It's a 390 right now, and as I said, the what did I say, 390? I'm sorry, the price is 390. The contract is 200. So I'm still in the SPY in here. Let me change that. The 200 is 34 on the delta. All right. And if I need to get that in again, it's like this. If I was watching that, I would just do it, but I did it anyway. Okay, so that's that contract. There we go. And then we're talking about, there's a place to take this out. When you get these lines in there, if you don't want them in there, you can go, it says theoretical option price, get rid of that there, and then it says option interest. I need to change something. I cannot find it. Where it will take out, actually I lost the, I need to take that out so it doesn't keep coming in there. I really don't want to see it. And the other one is for the, let's see, the call, okay? And the call, what did I say, was our price for Tesla is at 206. So we want to make the call, we want to keep it cheap, but keep the delta around 30.31. Let's say 215, 212.50, 212.50 looks good, right about there. So we're going to send that one there, and I know it's the purple one. So that's purple, and that's it. Let's take this down. There's my purple one for the 200. That's the put. Wait a second. Purple is here. There's 212.50, 390. Perfect. Except I got to get rid of this. There's a place to do a checkoff. That when you take that actual checkoff out, what it'll do is it'll stop those from putting those lines each time. I'm not going to do it right now. I was looking for it earlier, but I did not find it. But at this point, let's go back to the SPY. Of course it won't show, right? I can't get... past this. Why it does this? Fit high, low. What if I take that out? I don't know. It's in there, and it's perfect. Let's see. So I want to just bring a little bit. I can see while we were. No, it wasn't while we were going. It was earlier. Okay. We did have a little try for the upper VWAP, which is 378.80, and it came right down. So we know there's a lot of resistance at, I'm going to put it in down here so I can stop messing with the actual chart. So the resistance I'm going to make now from 50 to 75, even though it went over that a little bit. It's actually, that's a little high. Looking at it now, let's see, what was it? 365. So we never got past there. So actually, it was 65, and I'm going to change it. I'm going to keep it close for right now, because we need to make a decision what we're going to do. If this thing keeps hitting resistance, I don't even know. I'm afraid to go against the flow of the SPY at this time, to be honest, and I don't know if you want to either. So we are pretty high up. Our target probably be for traders to get it up to 380. Now, my 200 on this is 412, so we're not close. And our 50-day is where traders would try to bring this up. You can see on my top list here is the 386. So I just want to check, just be sure it's correct. It probably is. And I'm going to go to stockcharts.com. I've got, let me see, I'm going to put the SPY in there. I'm going to update, and my 50 is 386.12. So that is just something to keep an eye out for, because though we're not there right now, we were certainly not there too long ago. So I'm looking at a chart which shows me around August 15th, we were where the 50-day is. So let's see what happens over the next week. Keep an eye on the SPY and see if it's going to go back up. I personally didn't think that we were going to get there. I'm not sure what the government's doing to push this. It says again, there's some news right now. It says Biden administration, let's see if it'll open, set to warn about threats to nation's election infrastructure. Of course. And it's from the left in that administration that we know is the biggest offender of this. So we better keep a good eye on them. And then 11:58, that was at 12:10. It says why Chinese Hong Kong stocks are tanking as Xi Jinping consolidates power. I think he fired one of his top guys this week or Friday. You see them taking away that security, take him away. You know, he couldn't even look him in the face. I mean, that's the real look of a dictator. And thank God we're not there yet. But at the rate we're going, we keep selling off our country. U.S. military officials says they see no indication Russians have made a decision to employ nuclear weapons. I think that's all a bunch of, let's flex the arms today, because truthfully, we would retaliate, and that would be World War III. And with the strength of NATO, the only thing is, right now, the important thing is that America would have to start producing oil, because we would owe it to our NATO allies like Germany, and France, and England to produce more oil to get to them, so they wouldn't be dependent on our enemies. Isn't that amazing? And how much we deal with even China as an enemy, and what they keep stealing from us, and in proprietary information. But it's nothing new. This is nothing new, okay? And nobody is lesser than knowledgeable of it. At least no one I know on the right side. The left, I think they're just in denial about where we're at. But right now, let's not worry about that. Let's worry about whatever happens, how it affects the stock market, and how that affects us in our daily trading. Agreed? Okay. So, right now, let me just take a quick look. I just saw a picture of AK. Alright, let's see. He's not even there. Okay, just for the of it, I'm just going to put in there that active trader is live. Let's just leave it as now. okay, and whatever people are interested in. So whether you're interested in doing stocks, if you're interested in talking about options, anything that you are interested in is fine. Okay, we will go over all of it. Videos to open. And let me just put one other thing in Kush's room. So live stream. We're live. Saturday night live. Day trading live. Okay. Okay. That takes care of Kush's room. And that takes care of his room. AK's room. What do we got going here? And there's a pullback. Down to and not yet at support. So remember, our support here is 377.50, I think. It is 377.50. So you can see this here, right there. So come on, light up. There you go. See, it changed the hand by itself. Come on. 377.50. And this here is 378.65. That's where we hit. That would have been a good pullback right there. This morning, when we hit a high day in the actual SPY, I just knew it was going to be a great pull. I missed one by seconds. I could have got, like real close. There was a good pullback. I should have held longer. I'm not making as much money as I should be making because I'm not staying in long enough, because you've seen what's happened today. I mean, you can see reversal, like reversal here, comes down, and boom. Okay, here it was going up, 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 straight down. Same thing here. You got up, 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 straight down. And these things, look at here early this morning. Same thing we had here. But here, reversal, here, big reversals. I mean, we're talking a lot of, that was 370,000 shares. This was 90,000. Look at the size difference. That little one was 3 something. This one here was 146. And 90 is 250,000 right there. But here we had 175, and this one here 150, 118. You can see there's some substantial pullbacks. This thing was going up, it started to pull back, but this was the greatest area. When this hit a high right in there this morning, that was a great pullback, and that's where we possibly could have gotten in this morning. So I don't know where you guys got in, but I got it a few times, but I just didn't hold long enough. Okay. How are we doing? I couldn't nab anybody from the other rooms. I guess right now it's very quiet today. Even Deck's room's very quiet. The other day, Friday and Thursday, he had over 3,200 people. There's 1,500 people. And this is on Monday. So either there's some power lunch going on out there that we weren't invited to, and that really, sucks. I'm hungry. I did make, last night, anybody who knows me knows I make the best pizza. And last night, I don't know where I was watching TV, and I said, you know what? I'm going to go make myself a couple of dough. And it's like one came out so much bigger than the other. I don't know why. But I make my own dough, and I make my own pizza from scratch. You really want to let it sit for about 24 hours. They puffed up by this morning. They were a lot bigger than I'm going to show you. But tonight's pizza night. I'm going to make one pizza and then freeze the other one after 24 hours. I don't freeze them for long. I found that when you freeze dough to make pizza, what you can do is when you take it out, it defrosts in less than an hour, like perfectly room temperature. Whenever you actually want to play with dough for making pizza, no matter how cold or freezing cold it is, you want to bring it down till it's room temperature. And if you do that, well, then it'll come out better. Your crust will form better. I sent it. I can't believe I always have to send this twice. I don't know why. I was just going to show you my dough. Show the dough. Let's see. Probably come in while I'm doing this. Every time I do this, for some reason, I should just do it twice. It takes twice to get it going. And that's a slow rising dough. I put yeast in it. And probably count 1, 2, 3. Boom. There it is. Okay. And let's see. Let's call it the dough. This is my own personal homemade dough, I think that's cool. Let's see, right there, my personal stuff. Okay. Sign out of here, come back in here. Anybody want to see the dough and what it looks like after with me? I got it going. I got it all going on. So, let's see. Let me just see something real quick. Starting to reverse again, going back up. I just don't know what I want to do yet as far as if I want to jump in. Here's one of my. There's the dough, and it takes me about 10 minutes of preparation and 25 minutes of cooking, and boom, there's my dough, and that's a bread dough. That's why it's so yellow. And there's my pizza. That's one of my pizzas, just to show you. I do it from scratch. I love what I do. I love what I do. I actually like cooking. I feel good in the kitchen, you know. It's probably because most of the time when my wife cooks, it's never going to be as good as when I cook it. Even fish. She made fish last night. I know she's not listening to me right now. She's Italian. The one thing she makes really good is meatloaf, meatballs. Other than that, she tries. She tries. She's not a good cook. Not a bad cook. She's not a good cook. My second wife, my first wife, they were both good cooks. It is good. That's with artichokes, black olives, 2 types of meat, probably chopped meat, and what do you call it? Still pulling back here. Okay, we have about 377.75. I'm going to put this up. I'm going to activate that. I'm going to move this up a little bit, and let's put it about right there. So it should be about 75. And there's 3. Let's just change it, make it a 75. We pulled back twice now. So we pulled down once, we pulled down twice. Now, if we can hold this and we can get back up, then the next time it gets up higher, we would have a good put. I prefer to do a put than a call. You just never know how far that put is going to come back down. But the calls, when they do go up, they always come back. So let's see what happens here. Let me go a little smaller. I did this so we can see a little bit more of the actual chart. Okay, and it's not holding. You know, it's so funny. I had it at 65, and look where it went back for a second on another touch. So you got, you know what? Let's go back here for a second. I want to just show you something. That was a support touch. Let's do this, and let's put it about there. 50. 1, 2, 3, 55. Oh, shoot. I hate when that happens. There's no reason for it. Okay, why? I don't know. And my line's gone. It's not even there. Okay, doesn't matter. All right, didn't hold, so it doesn't matter anyway. I was going to draw a line across to show you how many times it hit the 65. Okay, if I go a little larger now, you can see back here. So it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are all touches around that area, but it did not hold. So it's coming back down, and that's going to put us back down to a 50 support. All right. So what I'm going to do, so I don't have to keep messing the chart. I always do the difference between maps and charts and channels and what do you call that? Changes. Changes. So this, I just brought this down to 50. And that's going to bring the resistance down too. I think our resistance now is probably a little lower. All right. I'm going to just bring this down for now and see if we can hold here. If I change it, it'll probably go back up. So that'll bring us right over to there. And you see here, we have a touch 1, 2, 3, 4, right there. And 5. And that was at 378.25. All right. So there we were. We just bounced. We just hit 377.50, a little bit lower, 45, which is normal. And with that, now we're going to see we still have an upper shadow here. We are on a 1 minute. And if I look at 10 minutes for a second, you're going to see this is probably down. Let's see. And there it is. I didn't even look at it. It's the first time today. So there's your down, and let's check the 5 minutes. And that's why if you were in a 5 minute, you probably would have, there's your 5 minute. But be careful here because that's 5 minutes on the 13. Though we're below the 13 right now, if it holds and there's your lowest shadow, this might come back up again. All right, so if you're going to do anything, you might want to consider this. See if we hold our support. If we do, it's going to be a good call. And the call would be, what do I have? 370. I have 380. So I'm further out of the money, but in case it changes too quickly, like it was this morning, you won't get hurt as bad. And I really would like to figure out how do I get rid of these lines from showing up like that. Oh, I should have left it for a second. There was a change button. Maybe that was where the button is. Let me just see. Here it is. I'm going to see if I can change that here. All right, there's a place here. It says 3 theoretical options. Oh, show plot. Got it. Okay. I'm going to take that out and say okay. And same thing for this. Show plot. Okay. What is that? Okay. I'm going to remove that one. Theoretical. I think I found it. Show plot. I got it. It won't come back now. It should not come back. Okay. And I'll show you guys where it is. Where is it? I can't show you now. I took it away. I did too. Oh, duty. I will show you all on the next one. All right. If one comes in, I'm going to show you. I have to change something for it to work. Okay. Do I have it on here? No, there's no theoreticals on here. If I changed it, let's see, it won't work now. Just for curiosity, if I come in, just so you all know. And that's not in there. Let me put the chart. Okay. Come on. I'm just changing to see. Okay. There is, that's your upper right there. See the theoretical plot? So what do? I open this up and you see here it says show plot. I check that off, apply, say okay. That's one gone. And then the next one will say, if I can find it. The other one didn't pop up. If I bring it in here, it should say, there it is, theoretical options. So I go in here. I already did it. I took it out, so it shouldn't come back once I take it away. Boom. New study trip. That's it. They're gone. Okay? So that's it. You just open them up. You can open this up, and when you see that, go to that little star, and then you can change them. Okay? We're going to go back to my chart. So I found it. It's just a show plot, and I don't want it. I'm not sure what it does or what it actually means as far as what the actual theoretical options plot line and why. But it would be worth checking into. We can always uncheck that box and check it and put the plot back in. Let's face it, when we have the VWAP plot right there, this is something that you should. That's how I get my upper. So if I go to VWAP, you see this? Lower band, show the plot. Upper band, show the plot. And this has become one of the greatest tools. So there are times that you want to show those plot lines. Like now, you see my upper, and look where we followed. We followed the upper VWAP plot right there. Look at it, right there, boom. So there is like a tool right there that says if it goes to there, if it breaks through, there's my upper resistance. Now nobody does it this way. I'm the only one who does it this way. My lower target, I just left it above the line, but I left it there because it was an even number, 374. If it was right on the line at 374, I'd make it 374.25. But that's just for my thing. That's the way I do it. There's no right or wrong to this. It's right if it helps you. It's wrong if it doesn't help you, you know. Everybody has different ways of doing things, so don't let people tell you, oh, those charts are funky. You know, if you have things on your charts that, let's face it, that don't edify you, they don't do anything for you, well, then you should think about not using certain things. I just got rid of another one. So here's that, and here's another one. There's two of them in here. Show the plot. I didn't do. Got them. Apply. Gone. All right. That was on. There was a couple on. What do you call it? Still. Same thing on this one, on Tesla. I can just open them up and get rid of them real quick. They shouldn't come back. I think they're plot lines. Oh, this one is still, right, okay. Apply. Same thing with this one. Yep, they still show them. You got to do it each time. Apply. Get rid of them. Boom, boom. Apply. Gone. Okay, at least we know how to do it now. You know, that's what I like to do, is to take Thinkorswim and figure out things. The more I can figure out on my own, the less I have to call them up for, because we all know that takes time. And though there's certain times it's okay, one day when we have something really big, you know what I'll do? I won't tell them. What I'll do is I'll leave it live for you, and I'll go in and I'll show you how I work with TOS and how I pick their brains, and we can get a free lesson without them even know they're giving us one. How do you like that? Anybody feel positive about that? I said get a free lesson and 2 people ran away. Okay, we're still in that channel. We are still in that channel. And they'll be back. I don't know why. Let's see. Let me just put this in here for a second. And let's see. Okay. That takes care of that. Just give me 1 second here. Okay, we're good. Anybody have any questions at all? Any concerns, any questions about anything I've said, or, you know, anything that's just on your mind? Anything. Any questions? Now is the time. It's a really good time, actually. Ask, very now a good time, ask any questions on stocks or day trading versus or options. If you have any questions on any of these topics, I endure any questions. It does not have to be on options. So though it says market options on the bottom there, it should say options day trade. Okay, it just should say options and stock trading. I don't know how we can get that in. I'm going to talk to Ryan and see if we can get that put in, because I don't do just options. Though I haven't traded stocks since I started doing options, but it's like, you know, stock trading, okay, if you have a big enough account, is 4-to-1 margin. So if I'm going to write this in there, if you have 25K, you now have about 100K in trading. But with options, you have 100 times leverage. Okay, so let's just say right now, if you had to use all $100,000, okay, you have $100,000 in your account, okay, with margin. 100,000. Let's put it in correctly. I want you to see this because it's, you know. Thank you, Deck. okay, if you have $100,000 in your with margin, okay, with margin, and you want to do and you want to trade SPY at, let's see, what price is it? Let's say at $375. All right, let's just round it off at $375. That means that right now, okay, you take $100,000, 1, 2, 3, divide that by $375. You can do, let's say, trade. You can trade approximately. What did I say? I had it up, then I put it down. Okay, so it's 100,000. I think it's 365 shares. 100,000 divided by 375 is 266. So let's say you can trade approximately 265 shares, and your loss could be over 5,000. Okay, let's say to 20K. All right, but with options, same account, 25,000, same account, 25K. The options are about, let's say right now they're $3 a share. $3 average share. One contract is what? So if it's $3 and there's 100, that's $300. All right. So if you want to do 1,000 shares right now, okay. So if you do 1,000, it would be $3,000 for 100,000 shares, or that would be, okay. So what do we say? If you want to do 1,000, that's 10 contracts. You want to trade 1,000 shares. That is 10 contracts. All right. So let's go back. $100,000 with a margin. You want to trade SPY 375. You can trade approximately 265 shares. 260. Your loss could be over 5 to 20 grand. It could be a lot. But with options, same amount, 25,000. The options are about $3 average a share. One contract's 300. 3,000 for 100,000 shares. 10 contracts. Your total loss, if you held it too long, your loss could only be 3,000 tops. You can only lose your premium. Okay, so you can see that once you start trading, your leverage is so much greater with options. And once you understand what you're doing, the next part and the next thing we're going to do, hopefully this week, is I want to go over something with you guys on how to pick the correct contract. How do I know which contract is best? Okay, and there's a lot of things that we need to take into consideration when we decide which contract. Is it always best that I make the most amount of money per contract? Well, it could be, okay, when you have a small account, you want to make the most. But on the same hand, if you take a contract that has a very, very high delta, okay, and you're not going to be in that actual transaction more than 10 minutes at tops, it doesn't matter when the actual expiration is, if it's tomorrow or Friday, because you're not going to be in it long enough. But what it will pay at that time is important. But also, okay, sometimes if getting 50, let's say getting 50 cents on the delta, okay, but only being able to buy, let's say, one contract, it may be better to pay $2, get only 20 cents on the delta, but be able to get 4 contracts for the same money, okay, or around the same area. So sometimes taking a contract that pays less, but being able to get more contracts will actually pay me more money in the end. And what I'm saying is, if I'm going to get 51 cents on the delta, that means that, and I'm trying to use even numbers, 50 cents. That means that if the stock goes up $1, it can go anywhere from 50 cents to $1.50. But let's say it pays right on, all right? But then I go a contract that's 80, 90 cents on the stock, but it's only paying 20 cents on the delta, all right? So before it's 50, I can go 2.5 times that on the amount of contracts, all right? But it doesn't even work that way. On 80 cents compared to maybe paying $4 or $5, I can get a lot more contracts. And I can end up with more money even though the delta is paying less. Do you understand that? Does that make sense to you guys? And that would depend on the contract. Not all contracts are equal, all right? And like I'm looking right now, I'm just going into that's Tesla. Let me go into SPY for a second. And what are we watching right now? We just had a pullback. So we just got over resistance. I lost track for a second. 338, let's say 378.35. Okay, is our new resistance at this point. What I'm going to do real quick is I'm going to put that up. And the next time it pulls back, remember, it always pulls back and springs ahead. And if you can see right here, we pulled back, but our support was at 75. We have it at 50. So I don't know if I want to bring it back at this point. Let's see, 378.35 and 377.50. It's less than $1. Okay, I think I'm going to leave it where it's at. My support might be a little higher at this point. Okay, it might be around 70. Let me see how it looks if I put it up there, and then I'll go back to what I was talking about. Right there. So you see our support there? Okay, so right now, look at that. We just broke through. The minute I put it higher, look what happened. It broke down to my lower support and broke through. So I should have left it. I'm going to leave it at the 50. All right? Because really, that's probably what it is. Of course, I had to do that to make it happen. Actually, you see, that's why I brought it up. You can see the difference now. But this is on a 5-minute, and it looks very similar on the 1 minute. If I go on the 1 minute, you see this? It's still above. We're still coming down here. And if I go to the 5 minute, since it's after 1 o'clock, we're still in this channel right here. You see this channel? Channel 6. It's the 6th channel of the day. No, I don't know what channel that is. But it's the channel between our support and our resistance at this point. And you can see right now, if we were to do, I know a lot of you like this, but here's our high of the day right here. 378.76. Ooh, bingo. I got it. And there is right there. So, and boom. I went a little too high, but I think it's good. And then we're going to go from here, our low point right there. And I'm not going to say we do not have a descending triangle anymore. All right? We might have, like even here, from here to here, if I did trend line to here, and then to here, let's see here. We have a descending here, but we are starting to create out. We're just about, we still haven't created lower lows. We just did right there. That's a lower low right there. All right? So you can see we were having a good run up. I'm going to take that away. We just, oh shoot, trend line. That's probably trend line 2. Okay. So right now you can see we're pretty even across the top, and even if we went from here, all right, that's where we started to go down, right to there. Boom. All right, let's get rid of this one. This is our change. The other was our daily. All right, and let's bring this back one more time. Now you can see we have a slight descending triangle, and that means we're going to start forming lower lows. All through this time here, we did higher lows, higher lows, higher lows, higher lows, higher lows again. See it up here? Then from here, that was our reversal right there. To lower lows, now to a lower low. Now we got to see what happens. There is a doji there, and it looks like a reversal going back up right now. Let's see what happens. If you're looking on the 1 minute in another chart, you'll see that there is. You're lost. What's the yes, Jims? Yes for what? I can't, unless there's a question on the board, I don't know what it's yes to. But you all, oh, yes, you understand. I know what it is. Yes, you understand on sometimes using a cheaper contract that you can take more contracts and actually make more money than if you took the one contract. And you'll be putting out the same amount of money. But you got to check the contracts. And that's one of the next lessons we're going to go over in the next few days. on exactly, and I have to do a little more research myself, so when I put it out to you, you'll understand better. Yes, that is. Yes, that's it. Okay, great. Now, for anybody who wants to go ahead of that lesson, okay, I put it up here the other day. I'm going to put it up here again. I have no problem with you being right up there with me, okay? And that is picking the right option in 6 steps. Okay, and that's through Investopedia. Now, if you are not aware of this, what do you call it? You should be. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's takeaways. Okay, here's a couple of the takeaways that are in there. One of the things that we're going to go through. Okay, so option trading can be complex, especially since several different options can exist on the same underlying with the multiple strikes and expiration dates to choose from. So finding the right option to fit your trading strategy is therefore essential to maximizing success in the market. There are 6 basic steps to evaluate and identify the right option, beginning with the investment option, beginning with an investment objective, and culminating with a trade. Define your objective, evaluate the risk reward, consider the volatility, anticipate events and plan a strategy, and define your option parameters. Was you always in Kush's room every day? Are you taking trades with Kush? No. I go in and out of Kush. I love Kush. Kush is so young. He could be my grandson. I mean, I got grandkids his age. And I can learn so much from that guy. So I do at times sit through Kush's room, and times I don't really, I do my own. There are other things that Kush I don't need to follow him into any trades. But he's good for like other things, like how to set up your alerting system. He's got one of the best alerting systems I've seen. So going in, you can go back to some of his old videos and then play them slowly and then figure out. Yeah, of course you'll see me in there because I'm a moderator in there. I'm not just a moderator. I'm one of the top chat moderators in Dex Room, if you're new here. I'm part of the chat police, but I also have my own room. And because I've been doing this for over 4 years, I'm going on my 5th year, and I'm good at charting, and I'm good at alerting. And that's how I became a moderator, because my alerts to you were 90 to 95% credible. So a lot of times I will alert you things that you can get into that I might not get into myself, because while I'm alerting you, it doesn't give me enough time to make that decision for me. But there are a lot of moderators out there, I'm not mentioning any names, where they get into something and then they alert you. If I did that, I'd make a lot more money, and you'd help. And stocks would help to push that up. In options, it's quite different. But I got to be sure that when I tell you something, that it's going to be right. But it doesn't mean that any moderator in here. I have been in Dex Room for a long time. Okay, well then you know who I am. All right, I'm the active trader, and this is my world. All right, and this is my room. And this is my room because Deck talked me into doing this. I didn't want to do it. I didn't think I could do it. And obviously he was right. And I'm successful at it. I'm good at it. And it's good for you, because like when nobody else is actually, like you can go right now, I think AK-47's in there, probably talking about everything else but stocks. And I see him laughing and talking. But the thing is, he mostly on trading stocks. I have here, somebody just asked him, have you started trading any options yet? And that's okay. You know what? He does what he does for him. Okay, he's not really into the options at this point. Let me just see something real quick. Active trader is live. Okay. Let's go steal a few of his people. It kills him when I do that. Ha ha! Okay. Anyway, but I'm able to do both. These guys are great, but I like you take. Yeah, well, you know what? Everybody's got a different method, and like even with Deck, I listen to him sometimes, and he started doing options way after I started doing them. Plus, I took the course for options 30 years ago, maybe longer, when I wanted to become an options broker. So I had a general knowledge of them. I didn't start doing them until this year. And I've been successful and I've lost money, you know. We all have, including you. Jay Trades, there's my brother. He's here now. You didn't post lunch and we didn't get to eat. It's your fault, Jay. Anyway, so you can see here, I made the trend lines for you, even though I don't like to do trend lines on the SPY. On the 5 minute, it kind of slows it down a little bit, which is good. So you can see right now we're holding, and we're right at the 13. If you look at the 1 minute, we're right at the 13. So if I go just for a second, I go to the 1 minute, you'll see we're right at the 13, and we're above the VWAP. So we're still bullish on the stock, okay? And if you look at the 10 minute real quick, we're still coming down a little, okay? You can see that here. You see this line? That's coming down. If you put a, whatever you call that, I forget the calculator thing on there, it'll show you we're in a downward motion. So right now, what doesn't mean that we can't come back up. It means you got to be careful. Plus, it's lunchtime. Look at the time in sales. Look how it's moving. Look at the amount of volume on just the stocks. So you know there's volume on the options too. Okay? Let me make this a little smaller. It's just on that. I'm trying to keep an eye on the amount of options being traded. I really wish that Thinkorswim would come up with a better, well, your mindset's the exact same as mine, and your trend line exactly the same as mine, except I think you look like you're on a 1 minute or a 2 minute, and I'm on a 5 minute, because after this time we change up the minutes. What do you want? I'm trying to. Oh, you're on a daytime. That's a daily. Wow. My daily don't look like that. Let's see. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Is that a 10 minute? Let's just see something. Here's my 10. There you go. So that's a 10 minute. 10 minute? No, it's not even. That's my 10 minute. All right. I don't know how he's on a daily. It looks like that. He must have spread it out after he did it. But I also like the way Jay does it for another reason. You see, you can always tell. Like in the background, you see the actual SPDRS, and I like that because it tells you, the SPY. It tells you what you're on. I always tell Kush, you need to do that because if we cannot see if we can't see this on the top of the page, sometimes you can't. I can see it on mine, but on his I can't see it. Then you need to be able to put it in the background so we can see what it is. And it worked. He did for a while, but then he took it out. So right now we're still holding in that channel. So we came below that channel, not on as much on this, but on the 1 minute you can see we dropped below that channel. Here's the line, and there's the channel. So we did come below, which is a good sign. And you know what I'm missing here? Wow, I am missing something. I don't know how it disappeared. Let's put it in here. It's called oh my God, shared. SHARED. I can't believe that's missing. Shared. I can't believe that fell out of there. Nobody said a word. P, and then this one there. I think it's the next one. I got that one. HISC. Oh, it's on the top. Okay, so that one we had. Just the bottom one I'm missing. There it is. Okay, much better. I like my little color wheels on the bottom, I like to be a colorful guy. So you can see right now, you can see the squeeze, and then it squeezed down. And if you look up there, even though we look like we're still up, once we hit the green, it started to squeeze down. And here we are going down. How much further? You got to be careful here, because you don't know what's going to happen, especially it's lunchtime. And it's cough drop time. Anybody have any questions about anything? Options, day trading, how to do charting, why we use a 5 minute instead of a 1 minute or 2 minute, when we use the 1 or 2 minutes, when is it best, when is it not. I lost my little things again. I don't know, sometimes they come and they go. Those the little mountains in here. I have them on my others, it's just not on here. It's a great place to buy from. But if you're going to do an option, again, you should have your 4-in-1 chart like this. And then I can put in my options into here. Just have to fix them up a little bit. Okay, and here we're on a, I don't know if I fixed this morning. I didn't. There you go. This is my 5-minute. And this is my 1-minute. Right? You see the 1 minute and 5-minute. That's my active trader. This is my regular charting system with the whole deal, except the, what do you call it? I don't put in the, it's too small, so I don't use the news in here. Now, if I want to come in here and just put this in here, I'm ready to do a put. There's my put, all right? Same thing here. I can put it here too. Or if I want to switch it really quick, I can come in here and just make it a call. Do it in yellow. See the call? 100 weeklies. See the C for call or the P for put. It's on 377. If I want to be cheaper than this, I just come in here real quick and take that 77 and make it a 6. Watch the price. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Boom. 304. And here we're already 380, which is fine. It's cheap enough. You can't tell in here because I don't have my time and sales on the bottom here. But if I put it in here and I change this, then you see the 380 here. I just do enter, and that's 238. So these are cheap contracts. And you see they're on the 26th, which is in Wednesdays. So that quickly you can do things like this, okay? I can leave them in there for right now. It's not bothering anything. But right now, here's my chart. We're still here. You can see, and I'm going to get rid of, we're still following, but we came below on the support. I'm going to remove this support for now. You can see here now, our support has come down, and we're down to about 377. So I'm going to just, so that was a pullback right there. I'm expecting this thing to go forward. Pull back, spring forward. But let's see what happens. We do know that we're still headed down. We looked at it. We could be coming down slowly. This could be the reversal, which was about, where was that? About here? I think it was about here at 1225. Yeah, right there. There's your reversal right there. That's when it started to reverse. 1225. And then what did we start to do? We started creating lower lows. Came back up. There's another lower low. See, it's lower than the other side there, here. So when you come here and there's a lower low, and then you come here and there's a lower low, what does that tell you? We want to see now if we're going to hold support. And I have it at 377. It could be more like 377.20, but, you know. Low bar's praying. That means he's in a put right now, and he wants us to come down really far. Is that correct, Low bar? Do I have you figured right here? I love this guy. He's got the same name I do. His first name is Michael. I ratted you out, boy. I won't tell him your last name. You want to tell him that, you tell him. That's what I figured. And you know why? He knows this because he's reading the chart. So if you're new here and you're trying to say to yourself, how do I know this? How do I figure this out? Because you got to look. It was going up. Let's make this a little smaller. We're already on a, oh, I'm sorry. Let's go to 5 minute. All right. And make it a little smaller. And you can see we went up, we went up, we went maybe even a 3 minute. So you can see, maybe understand a little more on the chart wise. You can see how we went up, we came down, we went up, we came down, we went up, we came down. Each time we were doing this and we came up and down, what we were doing, we were actually, yeah, and he's way out of the money, which is fine. They're cheaper contracts. 11.2, he's really out there. And I want to go check something out. But you see when it came to here, came down, went up, came down, went up, came down. And each time it came up and down, it created lower lows. Now, he says he's on a 3. Let's go take a look. He says that he's on November 2nd. He's lying. He's on November 4th. Don't lie to us, okay? There is no November. Oh, that's Tesla. I'm sorry. I'm going to have to take that back. He may be telling the truth. No, he's not. There it is. There it is. November 2nd. Okay. And he's in at a 374 on a put and a 371. Okay? So 374 is 566. And the 371 is 453. But let's look. 374, the delta is high. See, the delta is 41 and 37. Okay? Now, 42 and 37. He can hold this for a long time. Okay? If it went the wrong way. That's why he takes them. But let's say I went to look at the same 374. Remember 42 And what was the other one? 42 and 35. Now let's go to my contracts. All right, here's the 28th, 374. Actually, his contract pays more, and 371. This is the same, but the price is cheaper here. I would have laid out less money. All right, now let's go even to 26th, 371. Look how cheap this contract is. But you see how the delta dropped, and the 374. The delta is still about the same, but you see the price of the contract is 223. And remember, his contract is 374, 566, and the 370. They're double the price, okay? And they're still about the same. I don't know why he would take it that far out. I still haven't figured that out, why he would do it. I'm not going to be in those contracts that long. I don't want anything long term. These are long puts and long puts and long calls, okay? And I am not going to be in more than 10 minutes, 20 minutes, an hour. So at worst, I will not do the same day I'm in, but I would do Wednesday, and I'll definitely do a Friday. So at 371, still has a pretty high delta, and it's very cheap in price. And for some of you that have smaller accounts, you need a contract that has lesser money in it. And you can even go further than that. If you go here and you change this to, let's say I can put any number I want. I can go 20 contracts. It'll change to 20 contracts. All right, so here's my 20. All right, I could go down to 368 here, but that's 23. I want something that's got a high enough delta, and I don't want anything less than a 40. Be honest with you. So that's on the 28th. All right, and if I go to the 26th on 378, look at this, 378, 77. Look at this. But these I'm going to come due today, or tomorrow, Wednesday. The delta is still very good, and the price is very good. So for me, I think that this is a very good contract, especially because I'm not going to be in it more than how long? So what is the best contract? And those are the things that we're going to continuously go over the next few days is, what contract do I buy? I started to go over it with you before, and I put some stuff on the thing, okay? So finding the right option, okay? So one of the things we want to remember is this, all right? I know there's a lot of info I just put up there. Options and derivatives, strategy and education. Hold on, you know what I'm going to do? Yeah, May 13th, by Thomas Fact Checked. There is, this was actually numbered on the thing. You know what? I don't like the way it comes up here. It's just too much information. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put this back up there again for you. And you can go up there and you can read this yourself. All right? And let's see. Let's go into here. All right? And one of the important parts is this. This is what we're looking for right there. It does have numbers from 1 to 6. And that is this. Formulate your investment objective. Determine your risk payoff. Check the volatility. Identify the events. Devise a strategy. Establish parameters. Okay? That's some of what we just started to do. All right? And if you go in here, it's going to go over the risk and the reward. What are the parameters? The parameters, by the way, is in the money versus out of the money. Why do we do in the money versus out of the money? Okay? So these are the type of things that you have to look at. Now, most of the contracts that we buy, all right, we buy what is what. The red line and EMA. I don't know who's red line. No. Look what it says. Read. If you're looking at my chart, Dark Trader, look what it says up there. What does this say? Resistance. CVR, resistance. I have it spelled out for you. Green support, resistance. That's a checkered line. Upper resistance, lower line, check it. Those are target prices. But when there's a red, that's resistance. When there's a green, that is support. All right? Does that answer your question? I don't know why you can't see that, right? I don't know what's on your, what do you call it? You should be able to see that on your chart. Yeah, watch when I come out onto the black, right there. See it? Upper target, resistance. There's your red line. Oh, okay. His 50, let me go back to his for a second. Maybe I can answer that. Okay, sorry about that. His 50 is got to be, that might be his support. I don't know what he does or why he does it. I don't know what his 50 is either.
I don't know what that red line is either. Unless he's got a 50-day. I'm not sure. That's why I always use the same colors in all my charts. And when I set people up, I try to keep the same colors with them. And he's got his VWAP. I see looks like it's green. That's he's got a. I can't bring it over from here. I'd show you. Trend line. I don't know what that is. That 375. That 375 must be support. I don't know why it's red. I don't know if he's still in here. Let's see. Let's see. I'll tell you a second if he's still in here. Because he's not answering. Yeah, he is. If so, it should be green. All right, let's see if he'll answer. All right, it's not a 200 EMA. I'll tell you why. Look up here. Your 200 EMA. No. Well, that's a 13. Yeah, you know what? It's close. It could be. It could be a 13 EMA, not a 200. And even that shouldn't be red. It shouldn't be red. I've never seen one do one in red. I don't know where he is. There he is. He's answering now. Here he is. He's on the monthly chart. Is he? Still, what's the color? It doesn't tell you. It doesn't tell you. And how do you see monthly? He was on a daily. It's not a monthly. Let me see something. Daily. I don't see a monthly chart. I see daily. But I'm not. It says moving exponential 13 is the green. Nope, the green is the exponential. Here it is. Red is 31. It says it across the line on the top. It says moving exponential close is green. The blue is a simple moving close 50. All right, the blue below is a 50. The green is, but it doesn't say what the red is. That it does not say. Jay, it doesn't say what your 50, that red line going in there where it says $375, it doesn't tell you what that red line is. If that's support, it should be green. Red is always resistance, so I don't know what your colors are for. They're not. I see your 13 and I see your 50. I don't use that. I have a different thing for that, but it's not even correct because your 50, your 50. Let's see. It says here that your simple moving is blue is 50 below, but that can't be because the 50 is 386. So there must be a monthly. He may be right. I don't get it. What's the red? Jay, what is the red line? You haven't answered that. You're somewhere else right now. Your mind is somewhere else. You're in the gutter. Jay. I guess he's not answering. I'll ban his ass. Try one more time because he's not answering. He's definitely in another room listening to somebody else. Because he's not listening. Jay. And I see right now, you remember before I said it would come down? There we are. We're at 360, 375 now on support. Okay, so I'm going to edit that down. And 366.75. We are still coming down. So there is your support. Come on, go in. Boom. There's your support. And then your resistance now would be about, let's see, 377. That's the wrong one. 377.75. Okay, let's try this. Boom. All right. So I've replotted the resistance. Jay, you still haven't answered. We asked you. He asked you. I just posted it, Pop. I didn't see that. Where? I'm here. My mindset. Where did you post it? In the other room? You did not post it in here. You probably posted it in the other room. My mindset's on the SPY. I'm here, Pop. What is the red line? Again, he did not tell us. He didn't tell us. 3 people. This red line. I just popped. You haven't answered the question. He's not listening. Answer the question. What is the red line? I just posted it. I know you posted, but what is the red line? We should listen in here, so, your mind isn't somewhere else. He's got to be in AK's room because he's not listening here. Let's see. Yep. He's in the other room listening. That's it. That's why. We'll have to ban his ass. He keeps saying he posted it, and I don't see it anywhere. Okay? I'm shorting down to 375. Entry was 378. I'm shorting down. Why would you be shorting? You're shorting the stock, or are you in a put? I don't understand. When you short a stock, that means you're. Why would you short it? Why wouldn't you just do a put? No biggie, just was curious. Well, it didn't. He got his money. He went to. It didn't go to 377 because the 377 on his thing is. Well, I can't see that he just sent it to me. Let's see. 375. Now he put an extra red line. All he did was change it around. Yeah, 375. I'm shorting down to 375. My entry was 378. Okay, I didn't see that part. Put. Oh, because you're not shorting then. You're doing a put. There's a difference between shorting and doing a put. One says you're buying an option at this price and you have the right to sell it back at that price when it goes down below. When you do a short, you are betting on the stock to go down, and it's a little bit different. You're borrowing something you don't own. The reason red gum is some of it at some certain times is more risky. So you can actually achieve the same profit or loss in the end without having as much risk. Where you can just do it, not worry about it. And if it goes in the direction you want, instead of taking a $3,000 loss if it doesn't, which is your premium, you may only take a couple of $100 on a loss. And that's why sometimes people take different contracts that are way out. Like right now we're looking at 377. But what if I did a put and I put it at 360? Okay, it would be like $1.80 a share. Okay, all I can lose on 1,000 shares is $800. The other way, okay, I can lose a certain amount more. But when you do less, and it also allows people with smaller accounts to achieve the same thing, but by buying more shares, but making more money than if they just bought it at $3 and went for a higher delta. That's why. But I have a big enough account that I do exactly what you're saying. I always suggest that if you're buying, you should always buy just out of the money. So right here, you have a 376, okay? 376. Your put should be 376. If you're going on a call, your call should be 378. Does that make sense? I changed a few of mine just to show you how you can do it for cheaper money if you want to. All right, if you don't want to spend as much and buy more contracts, you can do it that way. Oh, I was just... You know I'm playing with you. I was trying to get your attention. I figured if I said that, you'd hear a guy asked her 3 times. But I didn't see it because I'm looking at about 4 different stuff and it went by so quick that I didn't see that you said that you were trying to short it to that point. I don't know what that line's supposed to mean then. That's why I do zigzag lines. You see my zigzag lines? Okay. If I'm going down, that's my lower target. It's always green because lower is always support. And if I'm going up, it's always red because resistance and upper is always red. That's just the way I do it. Okay? You can do it any way you want, Jay. But when you're in my room, do it my way. Or the highway. I'm just kidding. Yeah, just kidding. He knows I'm just kidding.
I'm writing this put on TQQQ. Good for you, Saki Madugal. Oh yeah, you know what? I forgot to say hello, and I'm gonna go in there right now to the people in YouTube. You know what? I neglected you, but you get a free ride, so I have the right to neglect you. Uh-oh, there it is. So we have right now, oh, and there's those. Let me get rid of that garbage because nobody else here can do it. Hold on, I gotta buzz in there for a second. We got those dating apps. Like anybody's really gonna go on that thing and get stupid enough to use one of those apps from them, you know. But right now, I'm gonna hide the user and channel, and boom, they're all gone. Okay, and I just want to say hello. There's 29 people right now in YouTube. I just want to shout out. Just let you know, I don't know that after this week or if Dex stopped it to do the trial because he said he was going to put that on hold for new people. So I'm not sure. If he didn't do it by this weekend, I don't know what happened or if he still can or not. So I just want to shout out anyway to you guys. And I see right now I got 210 subscribers. If you like what you're hearing today, give me a thumbs up. I do not get paid for thumbs up. Some people do. I don't. Okay? I'm just asking you to do it. All right? And that's it. I'm going to the place where the people pay to be in chat. They get to ask questions. All right. I'm writing this put on TQQQ. Awesome. I'm writing this put. Now, TQQQ, doesn't TQQ, why would you write a put on TQQQ? Doesn't TQQ go down when, let's see, TQQQ, let's see, TQQQ, when, let's see, this is going down right now. When TQQQ goes down, when what do you call that? The SPY goes up. That means SQQQ goes with it. So you're doing a put. Everybody, see, a lot of people, they use terminology that's incorrect. You don't. If you're doing a put, you're not shorting your stock. You're doing a put. There's a difference, okay? You don't sell it and then buy it back like you do in a short. You buy it and then you sell it. That's it. So you're not shorting it. You are doing a put on it. So that's not shorting. That's doing a put. So that's two people I had to correct. That's doing. This guy has his own regular service here. I'll straighten his ass out. He's a doctor. He ain't got time for us. He talks to me between his patients. I meant put. Listen. I know what you meant. I know what you meant. Now he knows what you meant, and it's important that we know what you mean. You know, because this is an options room. Even though we do stocks here, but people understand why we do puts versus doing shorting a stock. And one of the most beautiful things about doing a put is there's a great amount of optionable stocks that we don't even do right now, but you can go into your stock hacker and you could actually do puts on certain stocks that ordinarily, number one, you couldn't afford, or number two, they weren't available as a short. And that's what's so great about doing puts. Okay, I'm busy. Okay, now let's look where we are. We are not holding. We said this was going to continue to go down. We are right here. Let me turn my notations off because some people just don't get it that I'm a little busy. So I turned it off. Anyway, so we got support here. We're at around, we were at 75, I think. Yeah. I'm still going to leave it there. We might be slightly lower, but I would say that our target is probably around 376.50 at this point. So for right now, that was a lower target. Let's activate this thing, and I'm going to move it up because that's about where our target is. Let's even say that our lower target would be 376, okay? And let's see if this thing can get down that far. Of course, we'd have to break down below the VWAP, right? To get there. And once we do that, we would be bullish, okay? Because right now we are above the
the VWAP, and according to the 1 minute, we're right tipping, just touching. Okay, we're just touching. So there's our support. That's now our next low support. I've raised it up because we're nowhere near there right now. All right, does that all make sense to you guys? 44 people in here. That's my lucky number. All right, let me just check my other chart in here for a second. Chart. This one here, it's got the volume in it. I don't know why this one's different. I love it. They're all different. All my charts are different. There we go. Bingo. Got it in here. All right, we're centered. I got it. I'm looking at all different charts here. One of them's got a different volume button. I'm looking at the volume right now. We got 50,000, 86,000, 113. So the volume is coming down a little bit on the minute to minute. All right, just to let you guys know. So keep an eye on that. Not that any of us is doing the stocks. Also, you can see here we changed because we were from here to here before. Okay, if we were at a high, I have to be on a, what do you call it, just to show you this. If I was on my high at 378.76, I can't get it exact. I can't get it at all. Okay, we would be like this now. It's changed if we would go to here. So I'm going to get rid of this one here, which is more like what's happening. I just want to show you with the other line where it would be here. All right, we take this one away. Remove drawing, trend line 2. It got rid of the one I just made, but that's okay because I'm going to get rid of this one too, and I'm going to make it now from here because what's happened is we've changed positions. All right, and if you can see right now, this is what we really look like. All right, except we don't have a bottom trend line. I took it away before. We would be something like maybe from here. Somewhere in that angle, okay? I'm not saying it's exactly right. Let's get rid of the extension on the left. Okay, so I took it from this point here. Now, I could have taken it from here. Gives me more like a daily, but we're not going in a daily right now. We're going in a time frame, all right? And in this time frame, you can see now we are still in a descending triangle, all right? And as that changes, we're in a 3 minute. Let's look at the 10 minute again. And that's where we might see some reversal, okay? I'm going to take this away for right now. I just hate too many lines, to be honest with you. And you can see right there is your reversal, but as long as we are under the 13, we're still above the VWAP, okay? But we are not. I'm going to go back to the 5 minute. I was in the 3 before, okay? And let's go a little plus. Just give me a little bit more chart, okay? So there's your 3 minute, and you can see it's trying to push up to get back to resistance. So right now, we're probably in a channel between 376, I'm at 75, 376, 376, is that 377, 76, still there. I'm going to move that up a little bit, all right? It looks like it got a little bit tighter. So let's see if I go up to about, where am I, 82, 85. Edit. There we go. I'm going to move it up just a little bit. That moves it up a little bit. It's probably even higher than that. It's probably closer to 90. And here's where we're at now. We're already crossing back over the line here. Not much. We're still in down. So what we want to look at right now, we can see it. I don't need the line to tell me that. All right. It would be from here to there. All right. But what it's showing us, remember how we built higher lows and then higher lows. And then when we got to the top, we did lower lows. We got up once. We came down. Another lower low. And then we kept dropping. Again, lower lows. And now, right there, we had a little bit of a reversal, okay? That was right below the, it was right about our support line that we had before, but we didn't reach the VWAP. So right now you can see we have three bottoms at 376, 67, 65, somewhere around that area, between 60 and 70. I put it up to about 85 at the moment because that's where the bulk of the candle is. So as long as we're holding right here, and that's why I like the 5 minute, it's hard to watch, but on the 1 minute I can still see I've been up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 minutes, and now on the 7th minute, and you can't see it, there's a slight reversal. Let's go into a 3 minute again. Okay, so you can see there, and if I show you the 1 minute, you can see a slight reversal right now. But that's why we don't trade that way, because if you did, when you see that slight reversal, if you were doing a call, you might get out of the actual play. All right. If you look at the 10 minute, you see how we're green, but what do we have up there? On the 10 minute, we've hit the 13 EMA, but look at the doji. That's a shadow, and that upper shadow tells us that the stock's going to reverse, and we're probably going to continue to go back down. Now we just have to sit and wait and see. I'm going to keep it on a 3 minute right now. It looks like we're still going up, but we're going to see what happens. Great execution, boss. Kill it. I didn't... to a great dark trader. He did a call. That was risky. And he did a call. I'm waiting for an entry back up soon. I don't know about that. Until we start building higher lows going back up, and we stay above the 13 EMA, I don't know if I would be at a call. But right now, like I said, there was a reversal. It did show us going back up, and right now we're starting to build higher lows again. Let's see if we can get up towards resistance. If so, we're going to get back in that upper channel. We on the lower part of the channel at this point. Anybody have any questions on that? Off the VWAP. The VWAP is always my white. I always use white for VWAP. Okay, white VWAP, WAPI, right there, the VWAP. All right. And my blue line here is a 13 EMA, and there's a cloud in here. You see that cloud that lights up? That cloud, on the top of the cloud, is a 21 simple moving average, and on the bottom is an 8. I'm going to just show you real quick. There is this, and I give it away for free. It's a special think study that gives you a 9 and 21, and you can open this up, and some people use an 8 and 20. Some people use... let's say I'm going to use the 8 and 20. Some people use 5 and 15. You can use whatever works for you. Okay, so now I just changed it to 8 and 20. Let's see how that works. Okay, so what it'll do is it'll bring the cloud down so slightly you can't even see it, but a lot of people like the 8 and 20 better. 20 on the top, 8 on the bottom, and our 13's in the middle. So whether you use the 9 and 21, the 8 and the 20, or the 5 and the 15, if it works for you, then that's fine. How do you choose the up and lower targets? I make them up. I actually do. But I do it with wisdom of charting. How do I know? So you see this here, this line, this particular line, and if you hang out here long enough, you're going to find out that active trader has a habit of calling upper targets and lower targets and hitting those targets and breaking through them like resistance. And you can go through any of my videos and you can watch it and you'll see it, how many times I've called it right on. What I do is I watch in the mornings and I watch. You see when we first opened up, how it went up? Look what we did. We touched this right there. If you look across, that leaves me 378.75. Okay, you see across on the right side, the number that pops up. Now, as it comes, this will go, as the stock goes up or down, this will move. So right now you see we're at 378. Okay, at 97 cents. It's gone up a little bit. So I didn't want to put it right on the line, so I made it 379, which is right above this. This is my upper target, that if we break through here, it'll break through here. Then we will go. My upper target would then end up to be $3.80. Okay, that's what traders would like to push this to. Now, where would they eventually like to push it to is the 50-day. If you look up here, my 50-day is 386. So we're going to watch it during the week and see if we're going to stay bullish and if the market's going to come back. Now, Friday, I think, was the Friday we lost on last Friday? I'm not sure. I don't know if it was a $700 gain, a $700 gain or loss, but we did pull back to 368 on Friday, but we come all the way back again to 377. What's our high of the day here? Let me see if I can pull this down. I have to put this back into here, and I'll pull this down. It's 378.76. So we were really up there. So that is 378, 379 would be my upper target. My lower target is just below this, which is 374. All right, and I use this as a guide, and you can see this morning when we opened up, where did we go to? The bottom, and look across 373.40, and it did go up. Then it was 373.80. All right, it went. The numbers went up because this went up, but you can see right now, right there. There is my 374. Now, I took my lower target and I just moved it up for now because we're really more at the 376. If it comes back down, we got to break through 376 before it's going to go anywhere. And you can see across here when you look where it's gone. Here's the support here, here, here. You can see each time, and then you can see on the way up where it went to right there. You see where it hit there. And then it came back down here. These are all support and resistance. And that's how you learn to see when, let's say, old resistance comes back and becomes a new support. So old resistance becomes new support, and new support maybe come back to be old resistance. Vice versa. All right, so right now, I wouldn't worry about my upper targets. They're just a target that traders would push to if we get to a certain point. We have to stay above the VWAP, and we have to stay above the 13. Right now, we are right in the 13, so we are in a channel. And you can see we came over the channel. We were in a different channel. We came back. We came below, but we stayed in the channel. So right now, we're in a consolidation period. We got to see where it's going to go. Does that answer your question, I hope? I always make my channel about $1. Someone says almost $1 up. Yes. Almost $1 up. That's correct, and would be almost $1 from here. So from here, but that has nothing to do with why I did it. It could have been $3, and I would have put it there. And last week I had them down at $2-3 low, and it hit. And the same thing with going up. And if you watch some of the old videos, there's a couple of good ones in there. They had some higher views, like over 500. I would watch those videos because I did a lot of charting in there, and you'll start to understand what I do. It may not be what Jay does. It may not be what AK-47 or how Deck does it, but it seems to work. And a lot of people are seeing that, and I explain it in such a way that makes it easy for you to understand. Right? Thumbs up. If you agree with that, then give me a thumbs up. If you like the way I do it, let me know. It seems to be working. Right now, we're just in a holding period. Nobody knows which way it's going to go. Another thing, Dark Trader, if you can look right here, or whoever that was, who was that, Macoro, you can see right now we are in the middle of a channel. This is a channel. So here, if you were to decide that I'm going to go forward and do a call, you're just gambling. If you decided to do a put, you're just gambling. Now, we do have a lower shadow here, which means a reversal means it probably will go up. But if you're going to go either direction and you're going to make that decision, then make sure you keep a tight stop loss on your thing. And it would be about 5% at max of the option price, not the stock price. So if I was doing let's say I was going to do a call right now, you'd see right here, this is my option price. So 5% of this would be about 7-8 cents. You can even go higher since it's lower. You can actually go about 8 cents. That would be about 16 to 20 cents. So 20 cents, if you did 5 contracts, would be a max of $100 loss. You want to try to keep your losses under $100. I'm not going to bring it in because I'm not worried about that right now on the chart. All right, so always try when you're on the option to put in a stop loss, and I'll go over that later, how to put those stop losses in. I do it all the time, whether it's on a stock. If I was on a stock, I just do a drop, I do it a buy custom, and I go here, and I already have. I unlock it, and there's a 25-cent stop loss. On 500, that would be $125. So that's on any stock. If I'm doing a very expensive stock, number one, I'm not going to buy 500 shares, and number two, I would bring my stop loss closer because I don't want to lose that much. Okay? But you can do that with options too. If this was an option, I could come down here, buy custom, and you see what it says? 5 single. That's 5 single contracts. That's a contract on the SPY. So, actually, it's going to bring up 5 on this because I didn't change it. But if I change this, all right, let's delete this. And let's say I did a put, okay? And now I go to buy custom and do 5 single. What do I have? Nope. That's 5 buy. No, it's still doing the price. That's very strange. That's no good. Whatever that is, it's wrong. I'm going to take it out of there. So I'm glad we did that because it's not right. So I'm going to have to figure out how I do the contract price on that. So that's not correct. If I wanted to, let's see, buy custom. I don't know what that 5 single is. So if I go to delete, I'll get rid of the 5 single. I don't know what it is. All right. So I can always remake it again when you know what you're doing. I don't know how I got that. Somebody was teaching me something one night. What's going on here? I'm stuck. I'm stuck. Hold on. Do you want to remove that? Yes. Okay. I'm not stuck anymore. But here, let's see. I'm in the option. No, I'm in the thing. Let's see. If I was in here and I was in the option, here's a call. All right. And I go here again and it says one strangle. Let's see. Here it is. That's still one contract, put and a call. I'm doing a put and a call. Here's the strike prices, 380.81. I'd have to redo these, and the price of the stock. I'm not sure if this is right either, but this is doing one call and one put on these strike prices at the same time. This could be correct, but I'm not going to play with it right now until I know for sure. I may have to have somebody go over that with me one more time. How to set up strangles and straddles. Okay, you can have them done in advance, set up the way you want, and then when you open up the actual stock, it'll set it up. But you'll have to put the strike prices in, because knowing the difference between a straddle and a strangle, okay, and is that one is it? There's, you know what? I got to read it because if I tell you, it's going to be wrong. All right, let's just see. A straddle. Straddle versus a stangle. Is that like Casey Stengel? No. Okay. A straddle is an option strategy in which a call and a put at the same strike price and expiration date is bought. A strangle is an option in which a call and a put at the same expiration date but different strikes bought. Okay, so here you go. That's why I didn't want to tell you, because remembering the order, it's not hard. A straddle, which is something I would do more over doing a strangle. A straddle is an option where I buy a call and a put at the same time. The same strike price and expiration date is bought. And the reason you do that, let's say that you were going to go buy on Netflix, okay? And you were going to go to whatever let's say you can't change after 4:15, but let's say it was on... Let's say it was on earnings, okay? Earnings is a real good example. Actually, if it's on the SPY, you can change to 4:15. So if you did it, there's no earnings on the SPY. But if you did it on let's say, Netflix, what you'd be buying one way and one the other way. If the earnings go one way, you cancel the other one. But the problem is you can't do that after hours, so it takes the risk away, and then in the morning you can just drop one or the other. But I'm not at that point where I do anything for swing trading on options at this point. It's too volatile, especially on the SPY, unless you know what you're doing and you're willing to risk. And that's a good time to actually go really far out of the money and buy some sort of an option that costs you 60, 70, 80 cents. If you only did about 100 shares, it might only cost you $80 or, whatever it is. It's cheap. You can keep your losses down, low. Did I make sense on that? Did anybody get that? I mean, I got it. I just want to make sure you got it. Did you get it? No. We will have to go over that again, I'm sure. There's somebody here going, I don't know what the hell that guy just said. Believe me, it makes sense if you understand straddles. But I'm telling you, if you're new here, if you have less than a year trading options, if you're less than 6 months, don't even worry about straddles and stangles. Don't worry about naked options. Don't do, you don't want to worry about credit spreads, call spreads, covered calls, covered strangles reversed. What's the other? Condors, doing iron condors. You're doing custom with 8 legs, 6 legs, vertical spreads. These are things you're going to need to know eventually. But for right now, we're going to do the KISS method. It's keep it stock simple. And what does that mean? We're only doing long calls and long puts. Your biggest decision is which contract, okay? And which direction. And how volatile you want it to be. You remember the 6 things I put up there before for you? You remember there were 6 things, okay? Your objective, your risk reward, your volatility, the events, the strategy, okay? The events are actually, which one you're going to buy. All right, what time, whether it's going to be in the money or out of the money. Most of the times, I'm going to suggest to you, if you're new, you want to do it either just out of the money. If it's at the money, there's something called in the money, at the money, and out of the money. You got three different things: intrinsic, at, and extrinsic. Okay, out of the money. All right, so I'm telling you, if you're new, the best is to keep it simple. Do it just outside the money. The reason you don't want it inside the money is, well, yes, you will make more money when it goes up, but you will lose more money when it goes down. So until you have control and you can exercise the best judgment in timing, and timing it can't be taught. Timing is just something you get from the knowledge of knowing how to trade and knowing when to pull that trigger. Okay? It's not thinking about it. If you think about it, you've already lost. Okay? This is not a thought process. It's a do process. Okay? And it's knowing when to do. That's all I can tell you. I can't teach that to you. Nobody can teach you timing. It's just something you get with experience. Anybody here with experience, would you agree with me or disagree that timing is the hardest thing to learn? Anybody? All right. Well, have a nice day. Nobody wants to answer me. I'm talking to myself again. My cat's not even here to listen. What kind of people are you anyway? Who called me? City Costco. Oh yeah, I gotta change that number. Tampa. Get rid of them. Get rid of them. Ooh, toll free. Get rid of them. Deerfield Beach. I don't know who that is. I'll keep that until I know who it is. Okay. What's for lunch? Anybody making chili? Okay, right now I'm watching my Better Than Mac D Squeeze Pro. There's my black dots. There's my green. So I went some squeeze down. Look what's happening here. I got two red dots. Does that mean with lower shadows, okay, lower shadows here, that we might be pulling back towards resistance? It's almost 2 o'clock, okay? I haven't done one trade since this morning. I did 3 trades, I think, this morning. I did 1, 2, 3, and I won all 3. All right? That's usually what happens. That's my day. I don't trade with you guys and I win. I trade with you when I seem to lose. I don't know why. I don't know. That's not true. It's about only on Fridays. I'm not trading on Fridays anymore. And if I do, it's only in the morning by myself. And once my morning's done, that's it. I'm done. Something about Fridays, I've lost 2 Fridays in a row. So I'm finished on Fridays. Okay, any questions? Is that it? You guys want to take a break? You heard enough of me for a while? I don't usually take breaks, but AK's back, I see. Anybody who wants to jump in and learn about stocks? Let's see. What has he got to say? Nothing. Okay. Well, good for him. He can't get his screen right. It's all messed up. I could tell him exactly how to fix that, but he should know better. So I'm going to leave it alone. I always ask him. Yeah, there he goes. And that's it for right now. Anybody else out there right now? Let's see. Lobbies. Let's go check a few lobbies. I don't know why Dom forgot to get out, left his lobby running. You'd think he was getting paid for this. Video unavailable. So that's done. Nope. Can't get in his room. So he's out. He's out to lunch. No, he's out, period. AK. Kush is gone. AK's there. Deck's there. I'm there. By the way, if you're not a member of my, if you haven't subscribed, please do me a favor when you go back to the lobby. Just go in there and check off the box that says subscribe or subscribed. If it says subscribed with a D at the end, you're fine. Just leave it alone. If you're not subscribed yet, just put your thing in there and click on it and subscribe. And then, you can do it later when you leave here, okay, when you go through the lobby. All right, just something that's nice to do. And to those of you, just a shout out again to those on YouTube. I got 32 people watching, and I don't see any questions on the board. I do leave the board open for you guys. I see once in a while. Thank you, Suder Shana Pereira. Says I'm doing a great job. I hope you did join up and become a member, at least in YouTube. And can you check PCVX? I don't know when that was. I don't know if that was last week or this morning. PCVX. Did anybody see PCVX? Let's see something. New subscriber, checkmate. Thank you. New subscriber, Zenya, 51 minutes ago, and Sushana. Good. So we got three new subscribers today, just on YouTube, which is excellent. Thank you guys. I appreciate that. And the other thing is PCBX. I'm sure you already got your answer on that. I'm sorry I didn't see the question. It got hidden because of that PCBX. Let's see. $34 stock. Vaxite Inc. Okay, well, I can't do dollar signs in there. Okay, let's see. Take NVIDIA out just real quick. Let me just check this. PC, anybody, VX. Let me just see if that was in, real quick. Yeah, that's the number one stock in Finviz. So, obviously, it was a good stock to keep an eye on this morning. What did I do with it? PCBX. All right. The things that you want to know is you want to go into... Oh, shoot. What happened to it? I put it in here and it disappeared. That's so weird. All right, we'll try it again. Oh, wrong computer. PCVX. Okay, here we go. PCVX, the statistics on that is, that's the first thing you want to check. The float's 43 million. So you're really looking for stocks that have lower float. That's number one, okay? And let me just go back to summary. PCVX. Go back here. Let's go to summary. And that's why is the stock moving today? 2 hours ago, Bill Gates, big vaccine might get a bigger Pfizer. So it must have something to do with these, Vaxite is something to do with vaccines. 8 hours ago, phase 1 of 2, proof of concept. So they probably had positive proof. The stock went from $20 to $35. I'd wait for a pullback on it. I don't think it'll go much higher. It's got a high of the day of 36.10, low of 33.60, and opened to 35. And it has the average volume is 470,000. It had 11 million. Truthfully, that was the stock you wanted to jump in this morning, but I would stay away from it right now. So that's just my opinion on that one. Okay, it's the number one, but that doesn't mean anything. It was the number one because of all the share trading this morning. Keep an eye on it. I don't know that you can. I'm going to put it in my watch list for right now for a second. I didn't have it in there because I didn't put any stocks in. PCVX. It's number one. It is easy to borrow on Thinkorswim, so you can short the stock. So I might think about shorting it in a day or two. Think about Wednesday. That stock may come back down. The thing is, on that stock, it's got a 71.7%. It's overbought. Okay, so I'm sure if you looked at it on Friday or Thursday, that stock might have been at 45-50%. So it's overbought now. What happens is people are going to take profit and they sell off. I say it's a good stock to short. Anybody have any agreement with that or disagreement? When do you know exactly when to get in? Well, when there's a pullback, right now, let's say, okay, you can look, I'm going to go back to the chart. Right now, we have resistance right here, okay? So resistance is at 377.75. We're at 370.80, so we're trying to push. After I see the second green, a lot of this is people coming out of their shorts. So the first part here is the shorts. The rest is people taking it forward. So right now, I'd watch it. Right now, you have a lower doji, which means you have a small shadow. You see it here? And that's on a 3 minute. Let's see what it looks like on a 1 minute. Same thing. It's still going up. But I would say at 378, there's going to be a lot of resistance. But on the other hand, let's go and take a look at this on the 1 minute for a second. On the 5 minute, on 10 minute, let's say, it shows that we're going up and it just moved, okay? On the 5 minute, it probably says the same thing. It shows that we're going up. And if you look here, this is the important part. Right now, you see what's happening? We came here. There was the reversal. We got to here, right? Building higher lows. We came down, came here. Still came up a little bit, still at the same place. We came back, and now we're building higher lows. You see our line is over? And we did it again, higher lows. Did it again, higher lows. So right now, we want to see how far this is going to push. I'm going to say right now that my resistance is now, okay, at 378. All right, so if this thing can push over 378, then it's going to keep moving. Look at this. I just pushed it up and look where it's going. I'm going to leave it on the 1 minute just for a second. We know it's moving up. That's all the 5 is going to tell us, all right? But this is going to show a slight pullback. So right now, if I was going to pull back, I wait to see. I do not buy breakouts. I'm not buying a breakout to say this stock is going to go from 377 to 378.25. I have to see that first. I want to see it break out to, let's say, 377.90 to, let's say, you see the pullback? Pull back, spring forward. It's probably going to go. But I'm not betting on that. When it goes over 378.08, 04, 06, and it pulls back one more time, then I'll jump in to go forward. If not, when it goes to 378 or real close, I have to see how many times. I would do a put, and then I would get out about 25 cents when it drops down to about the 13 around here, 377.60. Okay, and it might pull back to that after it goes to 378. So you want to wait till it hits the top, and if you're going to take the chance, make sure you keep a low, keep a tight. You don't want to lose more than $75. So if it runs one more time and it doesn't get over, that's a good time to do a put, but keep a tight stop limit on that, because it could go either way and it could come back down. All right. So if I go negative, just to bring the stock a little closer, so you can see what it's doing, and let's bring this now to the 3 minute. I can really be on a 5, but the 5 and the 3 is only going to tell me it's moving up, and you can see what's happening. It's moving up. We want to see. It's a lot of resistance at 95. I have it at 378 resistance, Makoro. Are you still here? Am I talking to myself, or is anybody getting anything out of this? I don't know if he's here or not. He is. How about you, Matty boy? Does it make sense? I know you're here. Anybody? Don't jump all in at once. Come on. Guys have to get involved here. Just a little? Okoro, wake up. Is he still here? Okay. There he is. Just making sure. There we go. I'm listening. I was in the other room. Did you bring me something to eat? Brendan? Come on. If you're in the other room, you're doing one or two things. Is your wife home? Okay, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4 times. I got 4 times this thing has tried to go on the 1 minute. Here we go, 96. That's the high. There's a lot of resistance, but it can go really fast and hard. But if it only goes to, let's say, 378, 04, 05, boom. I would do a put, see if I can get it, pull it back 20, 30 cents, and get out. Look at it. Look. See what happened? It can't even get that high. It can't even get over. Yukon, you laughing at me again? I hope it gets real cold there tonight. No, I'm just kidding. Probably is very cold there. Yukon lives in an igloo. He lives in one of those little, he's an Eskimo. I heard people get offended when you call them that, like Eskimos. I always think of Eskimos, they rub noses. I finally realized why. They can't take their hands out and the mouth's always closed, so the nose is just like, it's an extension. I bet it's cold. How cold? About 10 below? It snowed hard last night, huh? Yeah, it doesn't snow very rarely. Where I live in South Florida, I've seen it snow and hail once or twice in 30 years. It just came down one day with ice balls from the sky. It was breaking windshields on cars. Amazing thing. Never seen that before in South Florida. It's usually so hot. I love skydiving. I used to skydive, and I jump out of a perfectly good airplane. And here's the pullback I was talking about. So you see, if you had done what I said, when it hit that 93.78, there was a touch. If you had done the put like I told you, it just went down to what? 57, 58, there it is. You would have just made yourself 30 cents on the put. There was your good alert right there. I did call it, and if you didn't get it, whose fault was that? I did tell you. Come on, guys. Come on. Why does this stupid thing come back again? I don't understand. I take off the show plots. I say okay. I apply it. I go to the next one. I do the same thing. I take off the show plots. I say okay. I apply it, and then they come back. Doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense. Talking about those option lines, you know. Okay, I'm just trying to fix my options in case I decide to jump in, which is unlikely, but just in case. I should have jumped in when I just told you guys to jump in. I would have made myself quick 5 contracts, 500 shares, at least 30 cents. That would have been $150 right there. Sold quick because I see it's still going up. Yes, and if you could have made more. If you did 5 contracts, there it is. If you took it when I told you, and you got out when it dropped, like I said it would, you would have made more than that. You got scared. But you got in too late and you got out too quick. So, it's okay. You made $50. You didn't lose. And it cost you $5 to get that 50. So, I'll do that all day long. Would you put up $5 all day long to take in 50? Because that's what the contracts cost you. And it's not going up. It's just, it's staying in that channel still. And it's risky because of how high up the channel you are. But if it can't get that resistance, when it gets up about there each time, over 93, 94, you can do a put. But I don't know if we'll get back there. There's a lot of resistance, and there's not enough volume at this time to move it. Look at the volume. That's the important part. Anybody else? Any questions? That was a good alert. I mean, it did exactly what I said it would. And I'm just looking back. I'm going to, I'm looking at a 1 minute on my bottom one. And if you look here, we've been pretty much, if you look here, we went above, we went below. But look at this, from right there at 11:36 this morning, we've been, I don't think there's any more. No. From right there at 11:50 this morning, 12:50, 1:50. So over 2 hours, we've been in almost the same resistance and support. We've been in the same channel, okay? And right now, if you look, let's go to a 1 hour, all right? A lot of people trade on 1 hour. What do you see? It's still going up. So Brendan is right, okay? And if I go back to my 10-minute, slight reversal, but there it is, slight reversal. And 5 minute, could be no reversal, just slight. Again, you got 1, 2, but I just telling you, we know that it's still up there. It's going to have to get above this resistance for it to do anything. Here's your 2 minute. And if we look at the 2 minute, you can just see there you got 1, 2, 3, 4 times, like 4 to 5 times it's tried. Here's one more. This will be the 5th time. Let's see if this can get up. And that's 2 minute lines. Those are on 2 minutes. Let's see on 1 minute how many times this thing has tried to get up there. There you go. Take a look. It was moving up. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, the 13 EMA has moved up. The further it moves up to the resistance line, the closer we get to that 378, the more volume that'll come in once we pass through that resistance. And it's still trying. It's still trying. Be careful here, because it can go really hard and fast at any time. It's 2:15 in the afternoon. Let me push this down. Anybody for an almond cookie? I got 3 in every package. There we go. I got a tooth that's coming out. Here we go, one more time. One more time here. 377.88. I never thought the SPY would be this high today. Some other people I spoke to did. People don't realize. I keep telling people that I do short stocks, but since I started doing options, I don't short anything. There's no reason to. Why do I want 4-to-1 leverage when I can get 100-to-1? 4-to-1 margin or 100-to-1 leverage for so much less money. The difference is I'm getting 101 the other direction. Instead of putting up $3,000, instead of putting up 300,000, I'm putting up 3,000. Here we go. Here we go. I saw 377.94. Here we go. Pushing resistance again. 93. If we don't go one of these times, it's going to come back. And then the question will be, so quick because I see. Then the question will be, how far down? I know you don't want to take the risk right now, but let's see. I got a 376 on mine. It's $2.60. 5 contracts on a 376 contract. Oh, missed it again. I was going to take a shot, but still didn't drop. There it is. See, I missed it. Could have made quick money, but getting in and out that fast, it's just moving too quick. But when it does drop, it'll drop fast. But if it goes past resistance, it'll go just as fast. Just sitting here watching like everybody else. Here we go. Here we go. Will we bust resistance, or will this become a good put? 1, 2, 3. Boom. 377.97. Let's see what would have happened. 377.97. That's where I would have taken it. Let's see. Still holding. And like Brendan did right now, I'd get out and take my quick $50. And it would have been a good move. This is going back up. Every time it goes up there, you can take that risk. But when it goes, if it goes, but if it doesn't, Jay, get the likes up to show your support and please. Thank you. What do you think, Jay? Is this thing going to pop down, or do you think it's going to go for it? What do you think is going to happen here? I ate all three. These things are really good. If anybody can see those things. It's got this fruit in it and almonds, and I'm making pizza tonight. Yes, it is. I noticed that. The 13 EMA is going up. Still, slightly. I told you, if you can get it up there enough times, and it's got to cross over once or twice and come back for that 13 to become the 378. Once that happens, it will jump. It'll get more support. But like I told you, I do not go for breakouts. I just don't. It has to break out at least once and go over a little bit, and then I'll do the next one. I just have a feeling that when this drops, it's going to drop hard. Could be right now. So if you got it before, I told you 377.97. I told you when, second time. And right now, you'd be up. It's going back and forth. It just went down to 377.83. That would have been about 14 cents. 14 cents on 500, 5 contracts. Would be how much? About $70. Well, 378.40 is. I don't see that as my resistance at this point. Right now, I see resistance at 378. I don't see the 40. And even if I look across here, look, I'm still 378 right there. It hit twice. One there, 36. Didn't even hit 40. And here, it hit 60. And here, this morning, 30. Those I don't consider that. To me, 378 is my resistance right now. Until we break through there, that's the resistance point. I think it's a little lower than what you're saying. If I did that, I'd have to change my whole channel, and that would put my channel up here, and I don't think that's right. There's 378.40 right there. Okay, I don't see that. It's not that high. You're putting it up here with this back earlier. You know, it's like me going into pre-market and saying, well, pre-market, it was right here, so it's really 370. It's really 377.21, but it's not. That wouldn't be my support either. Oh, resistant. What is that in there? A red arrow? Yeah, red and black. Look, you got a white, black, and red. Anytime you touch any arrow, watch what happens to all the arrows. Boom, look at that. Doop, doop, doop. My flashes are on. I'm going to make a right turn. Just kidding. All right, I'll grow up. Later. Hey, if that can act silly, foolish once in a while, I can too, right? Never get so old that you lose the child inside of you. I hate old people that seem like old people. If I had a different mask on, would you know that I was an old guy? No, you wouldn't. See the amount of viewers in here? 54. There's 54 viewers in here. I was born back in 1954 when things were way different than they are now. Who was the president then? Truman? Truman. Who was the president in 1954? Let's see. Who was
president in 19... I didn't vote for him. Oh, wow, Harry S. Truman. Wow, I was right. He began on 1945. Upon his death, Franklin D. Roosevelt became the president. Oh, 1950. So it was, no, Truman was before. Then it was Franklin Delano Roosevelt took over for him. He had been the vice president for 82 days. So he had just got reelected, Truman. 45. He was president for a long time, so he wasn't 45. It must have been 46. From 46 to 8, it was 54 to my birthday. So it only says Franklin Delano Roosevelt, 34th president. All right, here's an easy question. Here's a hard question. I better not. I don't stop. Who was the worst president we've ever had? And who was the best president we ever had? Initials will be fine. It's a good thing none of you get to read my 1951 for you, Mr. Bick. Wow. You older than me, my big brother here. I never called you before. Bick 237. I don't know you. I don't know you. You've been lately on my mind. When you came into my life and you took it by surprise. You should know what I just sang. You should know the group. Can you tell me, Bick? For a free program, can you tell me who just did that song? I don't know you. You've been lately on my mind. I'll give you a hint. Since you were born that long ago, you should know. Do you know who that is? Go ahead. I just gave you a hint. Oh, he ran away. He thought he knew, but he didn't. Anybody know? I don't know you. You've been lately on my mind. When you came into my life and you took it by surprise. Look it up. Look it up. They used to go around with the Grateful Dead. And they were called, and the song was called I Don't Know You. Great song. I still remember all my music. New Riders of the Purple Sage. Retired band, director of days. Retired band. Retired. It was called the New Riders of the Purple Sage, I Don't Know You. And they always traveled with the Grateful Dead. And Pigpen, I seen him while he was alive with the Grateful Dead. And Jerry Garcia, Mr. Nine Fingers, he was missing this finger right here. Anyway, I saw him play with the New Riders in the Felt Forum in New York City. Because he used to play with them. He'd always play with them. And they were great. Both of them. Grateful Dead. A friend of the devil is a friend of mine. Workman's Hero. I used to love the Dead. Saint Stephen. I remember all that stuff, man. Tripping out in those days. Really tripping out. I was a crazy dude back then. You guys would never believe who I was. I can't believe who I was. Who was he? Who was that man? And there we go. This is the last time. You look at this. 378.025. What did I tell you? 910. If it pulls back now, go forward. There you go. There you go. 378. I'm looking for a little bit more of a pullback. I'd go for it. 3. Come on. Come on. A little more of a pullback. One time. Ah, it didn't go. But 03, I told you. 378.03. I would have gone for it. And I didn't. And I have been here at 380. That would have been perfect. It's $2.66. Is that right? Wow, that's cheap. That's cheap. Wow. 266. Look at it. 219. If you went in 03, like I just said, go in at 378.03, you'd be up 17, 18 cents right now. Boom. 18 cents. 500 shares. How much we talking about? 50 and 40, 90 bucks. Quick money. Just quick money. Lunch money. Who wants to go to lunch? There's your second good alert. I told you. I told you. Mama told you. Bick, I can't believe how old you are, you old man. Wow. How many people in here
were born before 1960? Tell you what, let's go 1970. Who was born before 1970? How many people we got here? I can tell. I can go into YouTube, and there's a standard there. It tells me the category of the group of the people that are watching me. And I found that the majority are between 40 and 55 of the people that watch in here. Older, more reserved, more, more conservative. I love these young people here. They have such, I don't want to say the word balls, but they do. And they just go in so hot and heavy, and sometimes they make such huge money. It's incredible. It's nice. I can't do it. I can't do it because I'm just not that, Here's your pullback. All right, so we got a pullback here. Let's take a look at this real quick. Let's make it a little larger. Let's go in here, all right? And you can see, so now our resistance is at, it's still 378.10. And I'm not going to really move it up. Well, maybe 378. Let's just go up 10 cents because we got up to 20, but we're really not there yet. Okay, we're really not there yet. And this here, I'm going to say, let's do the same thing. 376. What do we got here? 376. Let's take this up to, okay, 377. We have not gone back one time lower than this. So I'm going to go here. And there is, it's actually a little lower than this, 376. Let's go with the dollar. All right, we've been staying on the dollar right now. So let's just do it on the dollar. 377.10. That gives us our dollar channel window, okay? I just do that because it makes it easy if you stay in that channel to see where we are. All right, I brought this to 377.10. 378.10, and this to 377.10. Now, is that exact? No, it's not. It's approximate, and as long as I keep that channel, then you'll see how far up the channel. Now, we're still pushing, all right? And if we look at this, I know a lot of you like to trade in a 5-minute period, and if we look at this like this, we are still moving up. Just watch that upper shadow there. That upper shadow tells me there was too much resistance. It didn't have enough. That was 378.27. And that's why I'm not pushing it up to there. We did not really hit it. We hit it, but it was for a second. Too many people they got to that point and they pulled back. Right. It pulled back right to the 13. That's correct. And if you look at that on the 1 minute, which I'm watching below me, if watching below, I'm watching the 1 minute, and above now I've got the 5. So we're good. But if you went in like I told you, once it went over, then you could have. I was waiting to see if it would come back one more time, and it didn't. But if you bought it when that first comeback was 378.03, I told you to buy it, and then it went up from there, and it went to 378.23. So it went exactly where I thought it would go, and I didn't think it had enough because I'm watching the volume, and it just wasn't enough to make it go all the way. Doesn't mean that it won't. We're in 378 right now. Tell me something. Does anybody know? Where are traders going to try to push this up to now? Okay. PCBX is... By the way, remember earlier I told you guys to short PCBX? Well, guess what? Since I said that, right now it's at 34. It just came down from $35 to $34. So PCBX did exactly what I said it would do. Told you to short that stock, and there were shorts available on Thinkorswim. Because it only got pushed up, it's only on phase 1. If it was phase 2, it would keep going. But it's phase 1, and it's 1 out of 2. So next time, if it's still good, that stock's going to take off. But right now, it's a great pullback. And you can see, if you look at the low of the stock, you can see before it did the same thing. Came back to 34.50, and it ran. Let's say, it ran once. Somebody's manipulating that stock, I'll tell you that, but that's okay. It's too bad. If you'd done exactly what I said on that and you did the short on it, you would have made money. I don't know that there's any, what do you call it for it? If I look real quick, I'll go PCBX, and oh wow, it's got options too. It's got options on PCBX. And the closest one is November 18th. Cheap. Let's see, bid 35 cents. Let's see, 25, 30, 35, $4.75. If you just did a put, you would have made some real money. At $30, you've done a 30 put, $1.75 a share at a 26 delta. okay, and you could sit on it for about a week, you should be able to make some money on that. It does have options. See, there's the stock you just don't know. You don't know. You could have bought the better than the shorts. Three green bars on increasing volume. 3 green bars. Okay, 1, 2, 3. There you go. I wasn't watching for a second. Again, it went this time to 30. So now we're pushing up, and now we're going to put our resistance where it belongs, and that's at 25. Okay, so 378.25 on the resistance, and that's going to bring up our support, okay, to about the same, 371.25. You want to keep it on that dollar all the time. So I just brought it up. You can see it. It's not exact. If you look across on my chart, there's no reason to suggest. There is one point about 320, about 330, and there is a couple points there. No, there's a couple of inner points. You see here where it pushed up, that old resistance now became support, and in here, it's not exact, but right here, you got here and here where it came down to support, right there. So I'm going to go with the 377.25. That gives us our $1. And your ST Squeeze Pro indicator turned blue. There you go. So yeah, right. So if you're watching the colors, did you get this program from me or you didn't? You know, I do make the Squeeze Pro available to certain people. You have to, if you want it, you're interested, just get to me on the side. Engineer, how are you today? 380. Okay, is that what you're looking at as? Yeah, that's my call. 382. I have a 380 because it's inexpensive, and it's probably the right way to go. $2.69. 3 green bars and your ST Squeeze Pro indicator turn blue. Yeah. And a lot of times you see what happens when it goes to blue. It doesn't mean necessarily, because here it squeezed to blue, and what happened? It came back down. But it depends on what the dots leading up to it. So the next green dot will put it into a squeeze, and if we're squeezing up, this will continue. And then the next step is 379. And what do we have upper? 379. You see? Now, if somebody asked before, why is that your upper target? Now you know why. Now you know. And it makes sense, doesn't it? Because if it makes sense, what do they say? If it makes sense, it makes dollars. Anybody ever hear that before? I did not make that up. I'm not that smart. Come on. If it makes sense, it makes sense. If it makes money, it makes sense. Let's see. A quote. Oh, shoot, I lost it. Come on. Like, how did I lose that? If it makes sense, it makes money sense. This country, you got to make the money first, then put the money, then put the power, then you get the power. If it makes sense, it makes. If it makes money, it makes sense. Why contracts are at an all. It makes money, it makes sense. A quote from the recent movie Southpaw. Oh, that's a country movie, and we can refer to trying to grasp some of these. If it makes sense, it makes money. I was just trying to check that out. Ah, good. Okay, I just know I heard it somewhere. How we doing over there, everybody in YouTube? We got a few YouTubers there. About 36 of them watching. 10 think they like it. The other ones don't know why they're putting up with me. Because I'm here, that's why. And I'm free. I'm free and freedom. Remember that song? I'm free and I'm waiting for you to follow me. The first drummer for The Who was Keith Moon. Does anybody know how he died? Come on, does anybody know how Keith Moon died? Can't get you guys to get into anything. You can't even look it up fast. Overdose, that's right. But he drowned in a pool. He was a drunk. Electrocuted. No, I don't think so. I'm pretty sure he drowned in a pool, but he did overdose. He was drunk. He was a drinker. The night of Who's Keith Moon drove his car. Oh, wait. The Who drummer Keith Moon had already left the trail of chaos the road. He's driving into swimming pools from a hotel rooftops. There it is. So, the night of whose... So I didn't even realize... Here he is. Here's a picture of him. On the day in 1967, he celebrated 20 by taking a Rolls Royce for a swim. Or did he? Eyewitness explains what he saw. He saw the canoe had already left the trail of the chaos on the road, driving to swimming pools from hotel rooftops. Blowing up toilets with cherry bombs. That's something I would have done. And was in Flint, where he he was crazy. He was a drunk. Oh, there's the... Oh, wow. The manager of the hotel comes to Keith, tells him what he will not do. We're going to have to stop this right now. They used to go into New York, and I had friends who went to visit them in New York. They stayed at the Plaza, and they would just totally disrupt the entire place. Totally. They would rent out an entire floor and destroy the place. They were making so much money, it was so sick they didn't care. When the Plaza knew they were coming, they put their worst shit in there. They knew what was going to happen. But doesn't matter. Electrocuted. Electrocuted? No, but it's not right. It's not right. No. You can't put that in twice, no matter how you spell it. I'm taking one out. You can't have two spaces on the board, especially when you're wrong the first time. Drowned. He drowned in a swimming pool. I didn't know it had something to do with cars. He drove a car into a swimming pool. He forgot to unlock the door. Police determined that there were 32 pills in Moon's system. I wouldn't doubt it. 6 were digested, sufficient to cause his death. The other 26 were undigested when he died. Amazing. They were still in his stomach. What did he take? Clomazole. That's like a very, very light Xanax today, I think. Clomazole is like, it's like a, not a sleeping pill, it's like a hypnotic. Let me see. Clomazole. It's a sedative, a hypnotic, right? Developed by Hoffman LaRoche Company. Then they came out probably after that with Valiums and Libriums and some more powerful stuff. That was shit drugs back then. The best drug that we had back then, folks, I would take one today and go. And I would give up my white chip for that one. It was Soma. Oh my God, those things was not Soma. I mean, sorry, Soma. Listen to me. No. 714s. They were called. What was that called again? 714. Quaaludes. That's it. Quaaludes. Methaqualone. That was by far the best drug I ever. That thing was great. We had more fun in those days, in the late 60s. Everybody was putting out then. And then I got religion, I got spirituality, and I got God in my life. And my life changed. And it's never been good since. No, it has. It's been very good. I'm happy. I am. I'm a happy guy. All right, I'm crazy. I can't help myself at times. You know that. All right. We got resistance a little bit higher now. Where do we get to when I wasn't watching? 40. I'm still going to say we're up to about 35 of resistance. But we are building slowly. We're building higher lows. But I think it's going to come down. I think it's going to come down. It's got too much resistance at that 25. I'm going to put it up a little bit to the 35. All right. But you can see if you look across, somebody said before, somebody said, they wrote on the board and I said not yet, but they said 35, 38. That was Jay, I think. And if you look here now, look where it went. It went to the same place it went before. But we still could end up here. And if we get there, we'll go for a new high of the day. Only the good die young, yeah. You and I are stuck. There it is, folks. There it is. Moving on up to the big times. Who's in a call right now besides Engineer? Good call, Engineer. Good call. Good call. You should still be on it. 350. Thread me at 50. I think I would, take my money. Take profit when you can. I'm free, and freedom is a reality. Here we go, folks. We're headed for that new high of the day. Here we go. Here we go. Be careful here. Oh, you sold it and lost? How do you lose? How do you lose on this? Look at this thing. I told you it was going for a new high a day if it got over 50. You weren't here earlier when I said it. Play the tape back next time. Look at this. Come on. This is exactly what I called. I called this. I should have been in it. We're going for a new high today. We could go. And what's my upper target, folks? What's my upper target? Right there. 379. There it is. New high of the day. New high of the day. Do the put. 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 I don't know. It's too strong. Too strong. There it is. I told you. Too strong. Now it's picking up. Picking up steam. Picking up steam. Wow. Look at it go. Look at it go. Oh, that call was perfect. Oh, I can't believe you didn't hold it. Hold it. Hold it. How do you go against the grain right now? Look at this. Right now, we're up $488. I didn't even see that on the SPY. How far up can we go now, folks? Look at this. Where's my upper target, folks? Where's my upper target? Bingo. Right on the nose. Called it again. My upper target has been called. Okay? So now, let's move my upper target again. All right? Because the next place, if we should get there, if you should take this as assignment, would be 380 plus. So we're going to put that up to 380. And now we're going to move our resistance, okay? Because there's a lot of it there at right there, 379 on the resistance. Boy, if I didn't call that. Where's Makora? Who's the one that asked me about that upper resistance before? Just got back from some of my earlier two bads. You would have won if you stayed here, UConn. You left at the wrong time. I called that upper. I totally called it. What's going to happen now, folks? Do we get a pullback? Or are we going forward? Are we going on a date? Or what? Oh, you were in. You stayed in. Good for you. Here we go. Here we go. I hate to buy breakouts. But here we go. I want pullback first. Boy, did I call that upper or what? Right on the nose, too. I called that. And how long ago did I put that in there? 2.5 hours ago. I called that upper target. Now you see why I do what I do. I want to see a slight pullback to the 13. Good for you. What did you get out at, UConn? Where did you get out? Which contract did you have? Was that November contract that you had, or December, or is that low bar? Somebody had a very far out. Let me see. Let's see what you wrote. I can check you out. UConn. Okay, UConn said, where is it? Here we go. 25 Fahrenheit. You didn't say. You know what? You never told us where you were at. You didn't say November 4th, but it's not here on the board. You didn't put it here. So it wasn't in here. I just looked. Where are we going now? Where are we going now, folks? Lunch? Jay, look at my upper target. I hit it. That upper target, I hit it right on the nose. It's hot in here. Following a trend and looking for a previous support and resistance. Following a trend. I want a slight pullback. Come on. But right now, we are still 488. Let's see. 471. Here's a slight pullback. And where are we at, folks? Come on, let's go look at that. Let's look at the 1 hour. Up. There you go. Look at this. Let's look at our 10-minute. Up. Middle doji. We're fine. 379.14 was the high. 5-minute. Okay. Where are we going with this? Who wants a piece of this? Now, who called that? I did. You called that 370. What do you call it? I called the high of the day. I called it right on. My upper target was right at 379 2.5 hours ago. So you tell me who called it. Okay, here we go. One more time. Who's going for the money? Got a lot of resistance here. Who's going for the money? A lot of resistance. What's going to happen here? I was hoping for a little more of a pullback. I'm at the spot. It needed to break apart. Oh, you called an old. You called the old support, which was the 35 was 378.35, 37, which it did get past there. But once it got there, it took off. If you look at it right about here, look at it here. There is your 338 right there. Once it popped through there, that's when it popped up. That was old support. That was old right there. See? Right there. 337. Easy call. And here. See it? Right there. It was an easy call. But that only put it to 350. I had an upper support call. Upper support, upper target at 379. It was right on the money. You don't get any closer to that on a call. 14 cents. Where's it going to go now? Can you call it now, Jay? Where is it going to go now? That's the big call. Will we see 379.50? Will we see it go? Or will we see it pull back? What do you see? I mean, right now we've got. If you look at, wow, I'm looking at it on. Look at this thing once more. It wants more. 379.50. 14.50. 2.50. Watch the pullback right here. Watch the pullback to resistance. 370.89. Watch the pullback. Be careful here. I want to see it pull back to the 13, but it might be too far. Your 13 or even your 21, which would be about here, is 378.50. It's too much. Here's your pullback. Watch this. Here we go. A lot of resistance here. Not enough volume. But it's still moving. $476. We're still good on the the Dow. So tempted. You call it correct, then I owe you my next profit gain. So tempting. Who's it? Engineer, are you in? Or are you out? Is it gonna go? It's gonna go hard and fast. But which direction? Here's a pullback. Here's a pullback. Come on. Come on. Good, good, good. I want to see the 13 on the... Not hitting. So tempting. $98, $96. Come on. I want to see a little further. I want to see a little further back. One time. I want to see it hit about 75, 80, 80, 76. Can't get it. Can't get it back. Anybody in any positions right now? I'm out of coffee. That's the position I'm in. Out of coffee. Coffee. And to read the eighth I am. And to read the eighth I am. Come on, folks. I'm watching Tesla at the same time. Yeah, it's a 209.73. I watch Tesla and 6 other stocks all at the same time. And four, 2 puts, 2 calls, and Tesla and the SPY. Right now. And here we go. This thing, Tesla's not moving that much. It's moved over the last, but nothing big. And right now, we're in a hold position again. This whole position. 378, 376, 378. Right now, Tesla's the only red company out there today. Why? Why is it so red? It's now $15 for the day, which is not the end of the world. 482 now. Okay. Here it comes. Here it comes. I don't want to buy this and then I'm going to get hit with a big pullback. It's going to go. There it goes. Ready? Here we go. So we're swinging Tesla punts. There's your pullback. It's not happening. Hey, baby girl. Hey, sweetie. My cat's here. I gotta go give her a treat. Hold on. Oh, my legs. I just dropped them all. You just got ripped off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You just lost out. You lost them. You lost out on a few. Can't help you.
Enjoy yourself. I lost a few. Okay. That over there. Need some water. Ah, I missed it. I got up and missed it. I can't believe it. Blame my cat. I can't believe it. Bitch, when you come in here for? Can't believe I missed it. What are we looking at now, folks? I can't believe I missed it. That hurt. I went to take care of my cat. That is like so unfair. $381 next shot. 370, 380. I mean, what was my target up here? It's 380. I can't believe I missed that. Look at his pullback. How much traffic on that one? 182,000 on that one green. I got up to feed the cat. Believe this. Be careful here, folks. Be careful. Somebody's playing games, but when it goes, it's going to go hard. I expect more pullback. Look at this. You're not. Remember, pull back, spring forward. Anybody in? Who's in this one? Who's in it for the money? Got 379.24. Man, did you see that? Can't get in. Unbelievable. I missed it. Yeah, the market's up big time. Low bar, are you in this? Got 2 shares at 380 call, not much. 483 paid. 483. 483. On a 380 call, I'm seeing, I don't know what date you're on. I'm on the 26th. It's 337. Paid 383. 1520. Shit. I screwed up. $10.28. Jeez, why? Oh, I see. Friday. That's okay. It was cheaper on Wednesday. I can't believe I missed the big one. I was feeding the cat. I knew it was going to come fast and hard. That's what I said. Fast and hard. Here's the pullback. Here's the pullback. Let's see. A little more. 30, 24, 30. Come on. Come on. A little further. You may not get better than this. 36, 33, 32. Here's your pullback right now. Boom. 34. That was it. Wow, here's your pullback. Another pullback coming. Another pullback right now. We'll be quick and then fast up. Ready? Come on. Don't make a liar out of me. You got Tesla shares. Yeah, Tesla's so cheap. I hope you got it about 195. It's at 210. You'd be in good shape. Come on, Yukon. What are we doing here? You still in? Or did you pull out? Adrian, what's going on? Are you in? What a put. Wow. Why are you going against the grain? Why against the grain, Yukon? You gonna run it tonight? Okay. What are we doing here? Here's your pullback. Pullback! Then spring forward. I don't know. It could drop here. Be careful. Let's see if we hold up on the 13. We're still holding. Still holding. Yes, options, monster. Options. My Chicago brother. How's things in Chicago? Wow. Should have jumped in. Just went back to 379. What? 32? What did it go to? 339. Oh no, this one was only 40. 40 something. E. Bartlow. Good for you. Put a picture in next time. Let's see what you really look like. You're kind of looking blank today. That's in the other room. File the 10Q.
Elon is selling but can't until tomorrow. That's a sign to people to get rid of it today when it's high. So it's going up right now. It'll go up, 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 and then it's going to drop before he sells it. Everybody's going to sell off at the end of the day. I'm telling you. Watch Tesla sell. Probably do a Tesla put. Hold it overnight. How low you think Tesla's going to go? Look at this pullback right now. Boom. Boom. Be careful here. But 479.30 something. This thing's having a lot of resistance here. A lot of resistance at... let me push this thing up. Edit. I'm on 379.50. That is good. I cannot go any further. Maybe 5. Yeah, I still think 370, 379.50. You know, support, boy, this thing really jumped before. So buy Tesla puts. Engineer, please, like this. Tesla put. Well, think about it. If Elon sells off shares, what's going to happen to Tesla when he starts selling off his shares? People start thinking, why is he selling? Well, he's selling for 2 reasons. One, he's got to raise money for his thing, which I doubt. Or 2, he just knows it's going to drop because he has to drop his prices in China. So when he drops it, the price should go down. So that's the way I'm looking at it. So right now, they're bringing it up, up, up. It's staying at 210. So if I was going to buy a put, I'd buy it around 210, 211. And I'd hold it until he gets out. And then when it opens, you have to see where it's going to open. It could go back to 200. You can make some money. Here's our resistance going back up here. Going up, going up. Shoot. Wasn't watching. Okay, where are we at here, folks? Where are we at here? Let's bring this back down. I'm going to bring my thing. Let's activate this and move it down a little bit right there. Edit. What do we got? Let's say 90. That's really a little higher. Let's say 95. It's not that much of a difference, but it's the difference between right and wrong. There you go. Perfect. There's a 379, 378.95. Wait at 12:45 p.m. Oh, you're talking your time. We always talk the time of the actual stock market. It's right now. It's 3:11. So you might want to wait until after hours. Oh, you can't buy put. That's right. That's right. You're right. You can't do that. Yeah, 12:45. Your time is 3:45. Yeah, somewhere around there. Let's see what the price is. You want there it is, 211. You want it a little higher. The higher you can get it, the better. So let's see how far they can push it. But remember, I think at the last minute today, it could sell off. I don't know. I don't know why. You know, what's the thinking of most people in here right now? Do people think that? All right, let's put it this way. Let's do a poll. All right, let's do a poll. Will Tesla go up or down after Elon sells off in the morning? So, here's the question. Would you do a call going up or... Oh, shoot. What did I just do? I lost the whole thing. I don't believe that. Will Tesla
go up or down when Elon sells off tomorrow? Okay, so we have call goes up or put goes down. Go and vote. Which way would it go? Up or down? Alright, there you go. Which way will it go? Goes round and nobody knows. I say it goes down. Let's see what you guys say. Whoop, got 100%. I'm the only one. Go vote, folks. Sorry if I made you do a bad trade based on that. I will not say anything like that again until I know for sure. No, I'm sorry. I may have it wrong. What did you say? Nothing is for sure. 211 was a good price. Go vote. Go vote in the poll above. Come on, quick vote, people. Go vote. Or I hand out spankings. Go vote. Seriously, go vote. Anybody vote with me? There we go. 2 people? Oh. So you think it goes up if Elon sells. I think it goes down. So Adrian, what you're saying is if you think that if when Elon sells off his stock, that his stock's going to go up. Okay. You're alone, Adrian. Engineer got scared and ran away. She came on the winning side. 4 people out of this whole room. Okay. It'll go down in history. 379.81. Here we go. 380 coming the hard way. $3.79. $3.80 coming the hard way. Just go look at the poll. Put your mouse on it. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, 5 people. Everybody thinks it's going down now. Adrian was easily persuaded, and you went with the crowd. Okay, here we go. 379. We're going up. We're going up. Be careful. Be careful here. Let me change this to a 381 contract. Bring the price down. Let's bring it to 382 contract. 381's good. 381. Wow, we're going to hit. There it is, 380. We hit. We hit home. Still moving. This thing is still moving. Gotcha. So the question is, are they actually, I'm going to stop the poll here. Are they actually, is he selling tomorrow or not? Is that true? Is it true? Is it true for me and you? In this world, there's something I would rather do. I'm so happy I'm in love with you. In love with you. Woo woo. There's something that I want to do. Wow, look how far over I am here. $221 low. The puts aren't doing too good on this. Let's see, 379. Where are we at? Someone posted about it in Dexroom, but they made a mistake. It was for third quarter ending, and it was what if article. Please ignore what I said. They were talking about it. So Yukon, are you saying that Econ is not selling off tomorrow? You lost me. Oh. I don't see any more that Elon. I don't see anything that says Elon Musk is selling anything. I want to just shout out to those in YouTube. Thank you again. If you're enjoying this, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. I don't get paid for this, but I do it out of the goodness of my heart because I love you guys. I do. I can't live without you. And here we go again. One more shot. Let's see how far up we're gonna go. I'm put up a 381 call on October 26th, which is Wednesday's call. There are $3.15 on an 81, 381. And as far as the call, which nobody wants to do, let's see what I would do. Let's see, 79, 377, which would put me at about, that's cheap. Okay. Here we go. Here's your pullback. If you're going to get in right now, 379, 85, 88, good place. Let's see what happens. It's going to come back up again one more time. We're not finished. We got 1, 2, 3, 4. It's got to go this time. If it doesn't go this time, it's going to pull back altogether. I'm waiting a little lower. There it is. A little lower. 380, 379, 84. There it is. 84. I want to see 79. One shot. 79. 79. Come on. Do I hear 78? 77. Do I hear 77? 82. Right now, if we hit, there it is, 77, 75. I called it, 77. There you go. It shouldn't go much lower than this unless it breaks through, and boom. Crack. Goodbye. I think that this is not, let's see. I don't think it's done yet. I think it's a good buy. Right now. Can't find it. Buy, buy. Bye, 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 bye. Bye, bye. Which way? It's the Alphabet Report earnings. You have to look that up. I told you it's coming back. Wow, went that low. Alphabet. Today. Tomorrow. There's your answer. All right, next. What do we got? I told you, 63. That was it. Take it or leave it. If you leave it, you ain't going to get it again. That was a good buy. It was like 290 on the contract. Look at that. I missed it. I went to look up Alphabet. Why did you do that to me? I was going to buy it, too. Still a good price. There it goes. One more shot. I'm getting a break here. Here we go, folks. 68, 69, 69, 68. Oh, you won. 64. There it was. 64.
65. 63. There it is. Right there. Boom, boom, boom. If it holds here, ooh, it's going down. Look at that. Look at that. It's not holding. It's not holding. Get out. Get out. Look at that. Amazing. It's got a hold. Come on. Look at the 13 moving down. Let's see. 48. Cracking down. Cracking down. Look at the 5. It's cracking. Uh-oh. I'm gonna crack. Look at that Tesla. 211.70. Just on rumors that he was going to sell tomorrow. He's not selling tomorrow. I don't know where you got that from. It's not right. But it's so easy to start a rumor. It's amazing. People really believe it. Hey, sweetie. Baby girl. I'm talking to myself again. You listen. That's my girl. That's my girl. Good girl. All right? You all right? You good? All right. You get a kiss? Kiss your butt. I kiss my cat's butt. Hey, Adrian, do you kiss your dog's butt? Be honest. I kiss my cat's butt. She loves it. She blinks her eyes at me. Does that mean she wants more? I love my cat. Here it comes back. Come on, folks. Can we hold this? We got a little bit of resistance here. Uh-oh. I still got resistance at... Where are we at on that other part? It's going back up. 380. We're still at 380, and that's going to put our support. That's going to put our support at 379. I'm going to raise it up a little bit. Whoops. 379. There you go. I think it's higher than that. I think we're higher than that, folks. I'm going to go 379.25. I think we're higher than the 379. But we got to hold. If it goes under 50, we're in trouble. I'm going to make a 379.25. That gives us a 75 cents. Wait, 379.25, right? Yeah, 75 cents in between here. Okay? Let's bring that a little tighter. Got to be able to see what we're looking at here. It's 3:25 in the afternoon. I'm going to just take a quick look at 10 minutes. You can see we're on a downward flash. All right, so keep that in mind. We're on a 5-minute right now. We're still down. So it might be a good time to do a put on this. I just want to see. I don't think we're going to hold. Let's see. We're over the 13. Actually, we're right below the 13, and we have a lower shadow on the last minute candle. It's going down. I agree, Adrian. I think down, but right now we're still holding 378.75. It's still trying. It could go up one more time real quick. We did hit the 380. It's a good closing number, 380.06. It sets it up in good position for tomorrow. I gotta go to the dermatologist. I got a bump on my head. It's like a little. It's gonna go down fast. Go right back to support. I'm not playing with it. I did 4 today. I'm not up much. I made $85 today, but I did not lose any contracts. I won 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I did that 5th. I shouldn't have done that one. So that's too bad, but I did. I broke even on the last one, which means I lost $5. Shit. I need one more contract. It's still going. It's going up. Going up. It's going. You say down. Oh, you say goodbye, and I say hello. Goodbye, goodbye. I don't know why you say goodbye. I say hello. You say up. I say down. She says round, and we go round and round. Wow. He's crazy, that guy. You hear him? He's just having such a good old time by himself. Looking at 4 monitors, talking to himself all day. And they haven't taken him away yet. Oh, hi, you guys there? Oh, I see 30 of you in 30 people in YouTube. And I've got 260 subscribers. In less than 6 months doing this. It's amazing. Twain Allman, Stormy Monday. Love that stuff. I said that and 2 left. Don't go away angry. Just go away. No, don't go away. Anyway, what's happening now? What do you see? folks. We got 380 as a high. Can we go higher? Can we get a new high of the day? I think that we have just enough time to do it. And the only problem is that right now we just created ourselves on the 1 minute. Okay, let's go down for the 1 minute for real quick. And you can see we created ourselves a little bit of a higher low here. All right. Not a higher low, a lower low from where we were. But now we seem to be coming back on that. There's that upper VWAP right there. That upper VWAP is right at the resistance, and we're going for it. This thing's gonna rock one more time. We're ready to rock and roll. But be careful. I personally don't know that I want to mess with this. Alphabet, that's a good company, Alphabet. I used to trade that stock. Is that ABT? I forgot what it was. Love the Beatles. They're the greatest thing. I mean, you think about it. They're better than Halloween. Alphabet Inc. is... You say yes, I say no. You say yes. That's right. Alphabet is owned by Google, isn't it? Is that part of the GOOG stock instead of GOGL? Goog? What is it? I forgot. I remember when they got bought out. Class A, GOOG. How much is the dang stock? Doesn't say here. Not good. I'm not opening what do you call it. I'm going to get rid of that. Okay. Here we go. 47 people left here. Go all in now. Listen to this guy. What will happen after the midterm elections? Aha. Been awake for 14 hours working a shift trading plus the gym. Mots. Just reading some of the other stuff. Short. SNTI shorts. I told you all before, PCBX short. I wonder how that worked out. Okay. Doesn't want to hold, folks. It's not holding. I wonder why Cushy forgot to go out today. Okay. I'm getting tired. I'm off on Mondays. Yikes, what am I doing here? There's a lot of people off today. Money Monday, and a lot of people just didn't show. I mean, even Deck's room. He had 3,300 people the other day. He's got 1,600 people in right now. I think he got caught up with the options, which a lot of us have, but I think he would have been better off if he did trading stocks for people. I think that's what they want. A lot of people still trading stocks. They don't know what to make of these options yet. It's scary. It's learning a whole new thing where stocks are easy, but the truth is, it's such an advantage. Deck is there right now. It's such an advantage, okay, the fact that there's no PDT. For people with small accounts, they can trade options every single day. You can be in at 9:30 and you're at the gym by 12. You know, you don't have to come back, and then tomorrow your money is there again. You know, as long as you don't swing trade. So let's take that out because that's not true. I don't want to put things in there that aren't true, Adrian. Sorry, but no, he is here. He's been here all day. He was here this morning, and there, it's not holding, folks. Here we are. We're coming back down. We are coming down. We're coming down. This is where we gotta hold right now. Okay, ready? I'm gonna put it on the mark. We gotta hold right here, firm, right there. That's 379.50. We break that point right now. It's coming down hard. There it is. We're breaking. Here it comes. Do your put. Put it. It's the last few minutes of the day. What is going to happen? No more calls from me. Next call is a phone call.
You sleeping, baby? You sleeping? You doing the pillow? You doing the pillow? That's good. That's okay. You're tired. You worked hard.
Talking to my cat. She works hard. How many people did well today? Anybody do well? Did anybody lose money today? We don't allow people to lose money here. You're not allowed to lose. Only on Fridays. Look at this thing. It still wants to hold. It's amazing, but I think it's going to drop. I think you're better in the put than anything else. 377 put. Cost you 250. It's coming down. Bingo. 379.43. Get in the put. 6. Ooh, going a little higher. What does this mean? Take a bow. What does it mean? Let's see. 487, 475. It's still holding pretty good. It's gains. I gotta say, it's still holding gains. I just don't see it holding for long. Adrian's right. It's going down. Come on, don't do this to me. Give me back the penny. Ah, you bitch. It's not dropping fast enough for me. That's the problem. Still holding. My support is 378.68. Well, yeah, it's come down a little, but we're a little lower than that, buddy. Ooh, look at this. Look at this reversal. Can we get above the 14? Wow. Good thing I went to do a put and I got out. I freaking broke even again, which means I lost $5. Still up for the day, but that's amazing. What do you consider a break even? I broke even twice today. Just because they thought it was going to reverse, and it did. But it's still, it's going high, and then I think it's still going to drop. I think it's got to drop. Why wouldn't it drop? Hold on 1 minute. Let's see. 10 minute. Still pulling back. See that? 10 minute. 5 minute. That's a 5 minute. 340. Oh, shit. That's a good thing. That wasn't too high before. 40. Wow, it's still holding the same place. It's still holding. I think you meant to say resistance, which said 68 before, not support. I think that's it's not holding, Pops. Yeah, see, you put support, but I think you meant resistance. That's what threw me off. But yeah, the actual is 68. I put it at 75 just to even it off. But I put us in 75 cents right now. It's not holding. I think eventually we're going to drop. And here it goes. 49.50. There it goes. This is where we were before, right here. Right here. Why does my thing look like that on the 5 minute? If you look at this on the 5, wow, it changes the whole Mac. Well, not the MACD, but the Squeeze Pro on the bottom, and it does look like we're still going down. If you look at the Pro on the 1 minute, the Pro doesn't show it that way. On the 1 minute, the Pro doesn't show us going down. That's what throws me off. On the 5 minute, yes. 1 minute, oh, there it goes. Boy, that's weird. Changed. Shows us down. It's still going down. There it is. Damn. Mine disappeared until I went in and went out of it. Then it came back. It showed up, not down. Like the one on top is showing it's still up there. The one I have now in front of me shows we're down below. It's totally different. It's just amazing. That's what I'm seeing down below now. It's coming green again. See, totally opposite. Just weird. Just weird. I don't think I'm going to mess with it. Today didn't do what I thought it was going to do. What if I got paid today? Did I get paid today? I don't know. Ask the boss man. Mr. Boss Man, did I get paid? I don't know. Should you? Yeah, I should. Where's Jay? Jay, are you here? Is Jay here? Let's see what security is doing. Yeah, okay. I'm checking my paycheck. I'm checking right now. Don't you lie to me. Nope, I didn't get paid. Nothing. I did not get paid. Supposed to be here on Mondays.
Dropping. There it goes, breaking through, breaking through. Moist. Online buys from Chili's. Dropping, dropping. You send the. He lied to me. He didn't send me nothing. Okay, I should have stayed in it, but it wasn't that much. That's why I jumped out. But it's starting to drop, starting to drop. If it doesn't... Ooh, here's the break, 379. Come on. This contract's not moving that much. It's not a good contract. Let's go take a look at... Get out of the 26th. Let me look at the 28th. 377, 378, 378. Where are we at? 7, 6, 3. Okay, I did a 378. Let's see. Contract, 376 contract on. Ooh, it came back. I looked at a 376 contract on this Friday for the 28th. It's still, the contracts aren't moving that much, but it just reversed. That's why I don't want to mess with it. You know, and I think I'm going to put you, since we're on a 5-minute at the end of the day, okay, I mean, I think if you look at a 10, we are face down, but I'm going to put it to a 2-minute. It's just going to go too fast. I think I'm done. I walk away a winner today. Let me get up for a second. Downtown. Oh, I got to get these feet moving. Holy cow.
All right. I just had to stretch my legs. Whew. What are we doing? It's still dropping slowly, but you know what? Not fast enough for me to play with it. It's been a pretty cool day. I just want to thank all those for your support today. Talking to some of the people here, and I got one more person today. And I just want to let you know, if you're not a member here, if you're not a member of the Active Trader, do me a favor when you leave here, or do it now and come right back. In the lobby, go to the top right and just go hit the word subscribe, okay? And if you are a member already, then thank you. Don't do anything, just leave it alone. Where's my other one? Active Trader. Let's see, here it is. Active Trader. All right. This is what it looks like. Just go into when you go into the lobby. Just give me a second. We are dropping. We are dropping. Should have stayed. Just go into the lobby. Mine says hosted, but right there for yours will say subscribe. If you're not already a member, just hit it and subscribe. Everybody left me. They ran away. Look at that. And if you're sitting here in YouTube, again, just want to thank you again for your support. If you like the video, again, on the bottom, just hit the sign, and I'll be signing off at 4 o'clock. All right? Let's see what's going on now. Look at this thing. It doesn't want to quit. It doesn't want to quit. And we got resistance now at about 75. It just doesn't want to quit. Right there. Right there at 75. And here, that puts us at, we leave it at $1. It's $379.75. So that's about right in there. Okay. And you can see. And if you go down, we've only got 10 minutes. We're going to go down to a minute. All right. We're still going down a little bit. And I think that's about our day. I think we'll probably end up around maybe either 378.50 or back to 379. But I think for right now, we're going to be, that's our day. My support is at 378.60. I don't do 68s in here, my friend. I just do 25, 50, 75. Whatever's the closest one. All right. So if I bring it down to 379.60, which is really the exact, or 56, then I got to bring it down to 375.50, which isn't really correct. I mean, that'd be even closer. It's 378.50. So I mean, if I want to bring it down there, I can do that. So all I got to do is do this. And go boom, right? And that brings it down. It's either 50 or 70. I like the 378.50, and we're still dropping. So again, we're at about $1 right now. So we'll do the same thing here as we drop. And I like to leave it at $1, so it shows people how far down. If I was going to do anything now, it would either have to be a call that it's going to go up. I don't see that happening, so I would just stay in a put and leave it alone. And right now, if I'd left mine alone, I would be up about 14 cents. I should have left it alone. What are you going to do now? Wild Boys, where you been? You go out and get a haircut or something? Took all day? Jeez. Where did you come in from? Good to see you, my brother. We're still dropping. We're still dropping. 4 o'clock, I'm going in to make a pizza. I did 2 doughs last night. About 9 o'clock, I ran in. Took me 10 minutes. I made 2 doughs. I left them out for about 3 hours. They blew up. In fact, one blew up so much, I left the bag airtight, and so it rolled over on the floor. And it was still airtight, like a bomb. But I love that machine of mine. That new machine is great. It whips up the dough, 5 minutes, it puts it in a bowl, and just take it right out. I love it. That is so easy when you do it right. Told you Friday we would make it to 3. Yeah, and you were right. And the put target was 3. Both would have been great moves. Did you hold it? Did you do one? Are you in the money? I want to hear you're in the money, honey. I was out shopping. My kids got a fundraiser bake sale. Oh, good. Good. I like that. Listen, let me tell you something. Before anything, before everything, family always comes first. Family always comes first. As long as you remember that, you'll always have a family. What do we do here? 378. Look at this thing. It's still still going up, boy. Still going up. How far down we going, Wild Boys? How far is it going to go down in the next few minutes? We got 7 minutes. It's going to drop really quick, or is it going to come up real quick? I should have stayed in. I should have stayed in. Wow. I used both trades Thursday and Friday, and no trades left. But I can't believe 6 days. You would think a swim takes 24 hours. The max, the 2 days it takes for your money to clear. Maybe 3 in your case. Maybe you overtraded. I don't know. That's so funny you said that at the last couple of minutes. That's why I'm staying out, because I said at the last few minutes that's exactly what it could do. That's exactly what I thought it could do. But right now, we're at 25 and still dropping, so you may not be wrong, Pedro. You may be wrong. It's going down. It's going down further. I think it's going back to 378. I don't know. Right now, get in, do the put. Right in. Every time it goes up a little, get back in. It's going down. It's there to fool you. Well, I think we get closer to there before hard resistance and slow fade. Tired. I slept good last night, but I'm just tired. Tired. Okay. Oh, excuse me. I'm going to sleep. I need a nap after I make the pizza. After I eat the pizza. Alright. We're set. My phone's at 98%. That's great. Not 385 today, but I think that's the actual target for a nice long short through rate hikes. Rate hikes? Why? But why would it go up that high? What would cause the stock to go over 380? What is happening in the news right now that would make it go? Market on close imbalance. 167 million to sell side, 212 to buy side. Close imbalance. So if there's more buying than selling, it should be going up a little. There's your little bit of backup there. And if I look at the oil products right now, and I go to the bottom of the page, let's see, I'm seeing, let's see, options, statistics. Right now we have 3,000,008 in puts, 3,000,001 in calls. That's for the day. We should break it down. I think it does by the hour. No. The delta between 41 and 60 and the delta between 0 and 20 is the greatest. 21 to 40 on the puts. On the puts, 0 to 20 and 21 to 40 are the largest. On the calls, it's 0 to 20 and 41 to 60. You'd think 41 to 60 would be the big one all around. 49% to 0 to 20. They want a cheaper price. You see, I think most people think penny wise, pound foolish. And that's why the next lesson we're going to do, I'm going to do more research for all of us, is to find out what is the best contract. Why would we go after that contract? Why would we go for a contract so much further out of the money opposed to doing one closer to the money if we're not going to hold it that long anyway? So that's the questions that we have. Those questions need to be answered. I know a lot of you are thinking the same thing. So, if I'm right, it should be a good day. I'm going to do some more research. Maybe not tonight, but maybe for Thursday's lesson. We'll see where the market's at. Play it around that. Right now, I got 3:58 p.m. Okay, my bell people have disappeared, which means I'm on my own. I can't get no one to ring the bell. Someone ring the bell. Let's see. Hold on, let's put that on. Let's just see if this is on for a second. This is where you can hear the bell when it rings. Yeah, that's good. Let me get something in here. And my bells. There were bells on a hill. 30 seconds. And here we go, folks. This is the end of the day. Again, I want to thank everybody for your support. Okay, and I'll see you guys all tomorrow. And I just want to say goodnight and thank you and stay safe. Alrighty. It's been a great day. Good night. Thank you.